Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Ballmeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say, what's up, Rob?
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are nearly complete with Adventures in the Forgotten Realms preview season.
Yep.
So now we're getting into really fully fleshed out decks with the synergies in the new set.
Yep.
Which is why you see a pile of cards for my first deck.
Yeah.
And yet somehow only 2 on Corey's side.
Only 2 because, well, you know, I'm still just playing a good adventure deck. And believe it or not, that's still probably better than most of the cards in the set. So we're trying that out with a couple cards to complement it.
I have some Throne of Eldraine cards in my deck. I think. Yeah, this one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, nice. Another adventure creature. There we go.
Excellent.
There we go. Now we're doing it. I think that's it.
Okay, perfect. Well, then you're going down, you know? Thrown against non-thrown, we'll see. But what do you got for the first one?
So mine is a mono black Devotion, really trying to take advantage of the Book of Veiled Darkness. Cool card that can sort of generate incremental value as long as you're able to enable it. Mm-hmm. Both of the Vecna cards that it can eventually turn into an 8/8 do also enable it, help you get to that losing 2 life a turn, creating that zombie. But I'm also playing 4 copies of Agadeem's Awakening so that you can just go turn 3, Agadeem, untapped, play book, immediately get a 2/2.
Love that.
Yeah, and
love that.
Also playing 4 copies of Murderous Rider because Swift End will do that as well.
Okay.
And always nice to be, triggering the zombie by casting a spell that affects the battlefield anyway. So I take something off your side of the battlefield, add something to mine, and create that
or at least
advantage.
Just playing a land, like playing an Agadeem's land doesn't really cost you too much, and then you can play something else. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then just playing some other new cards from the set. I think Gelatinous Cube is just a solid magic card. Adds 2 pips of Devotion, is a clean 2-for-1, reasonably sized body, doesn't get stomped, can exile, and any non-ooze creature, which is most of the creatures in standard.
Yes.
Scavenging Ooze notwithstanding. Playing white as a 2-drop. Because of Hand of Vecna, I wanted to be a little bit aggressive. I want to be able to just play this on turn 3, pay the ridiculous amount of life with like 5 cards in my hand, and start killing you. Yep. And white actually does that pretty well, where if you don't have the removal spell and you have to start chump blocking, I'm generating even more advantage.
Yep.
So it seemed like a reasonable 2-drop to play. Also just, good at trading early against aggro decks, so it doesn't enter tapped, so it's not going to trade on turn 2. So we'll try that out, and then I'm playing a non-snow mana base. Because of book, I didn't really want to play Faceless Haven, so we're trying out
a little rough.
The fast creature land Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So far, these lands have not been super impressive.
Not really.
But we'll see if, it changes.
Yeah, we've only tried them, I think, like in 2 or 3 decks. So, granted, we still have some work to do our due diligence to see if they are good or bad. But I'm going to be starting with a sweet deck that I saw from Brian Gottlieb from his article that I believe went live yesterday. Maybe it was over the weekend, but I think it was yesterday. It was a Bant adventure deck that's taking advantage of Wizard class, just trying out to see if these cards are real. And level 3 of this being able to put a counter on anything when you draw a card, even your draw step. With all the adventure cards with Toski and stuff, you're going to be drawing a lot. I think it's essentially trying to be a decent draw spell. 3 mana to draw 2 cards, divination. It's not always awful. It's not really standard level, so if that's all it did, it wouldn't be good enough. But then turning it to chapter 5 or level 3 with 5 mana, then you kind of have Showdown of the Scalds, extra ability every single turn. So the ceiling on it is essentially higher than Showdown of the Scald, but the floor is much, much lower. So I'm saying if it works in a deck like this, if you can put it on some creatures, put it on some elite spellbinders, kind of create a large battlefield that way. And then we got Grazilex, that is also just going to be helping us to draw cards. Also pretty cute at if you block some of my adventure creatures, just being able to peel them back, replay them with Edgewell Innkeeper. With Edgewell Innkeeper on the battlefield, and you just kind of can't kill my stuff in combat. It's pretty sweet. Now, of course, this is a 3/2 in a Bone Crusher Giant world, but you know what? We're not playing against Bone Crusher this round, so we have nothing to worry about.
There are decks without Bone Crusher Giant.
Really? I guess we got Sultai. Yeah, Sultai when we get back to the real world. Yeah.
Mono Black Devotion, the best deck in the format.
The best deck, yeah. I mean, we rigorously tested that deck, and it's proven to just be the best, not close, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At least that's what Croaky's told us.
Of course. All right, I kicked your butt last week, so you get to go first.
I don't recall that.
All this trash talking is setting up a real nice Corey 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will keep my hand.
Yeah, mine's a little risky, but I'm going to try it as well.
I'll play a swamp and pass.
All right. I have an Edgewall Innkeeper, and then I'll pass to you.
I will play a Timuret Chosen from Death.
Okay.
Pass turn.
It's been chosen from the death. Now let's go with... I'm going to go with a Pathway, and I'll pass to you.
I will attack for 2.
Beat downs, 18.
Really want to play this turn, but it's so bad against Brazen Borrower that I'm just going to pass.
Okay. I'll Petty Theft this.
Yeah, and I'll Swift and the Innkeeper.
Okay. All the adventures. All right, you take 2. You go to 18 as well.
Yep.
Untap. Interesting draw. Play this, and we'll play Redain. Pass to you. Probably not going to be super relevant against you, but...
I will play the book.
Okay.
And a Hive. Pass the turn.
Okay. All right, I have a Toski. Then I'll attack.
Brings me to 16.
Yep, draw a card.
Yep.
Pass to you. Toski. All right, now let's see how good this book is. See if Justin Parnell comes back to join the party. Already in a pickle? I like
got
that.
some options this turn.
Options?
Indeed, options.
Huh.
I am going to play Timuret,
Okay.
play Hand of Vecna, pay 2 life to equip the Timuret.
Okay, sure. I'm just going
Brings me
to
to 14.
pay a life for each card in your hand. Okay.
And then on my end step, I'll get a zombie.
All right, so you have a 4/4 there. Actually,
No,
this is really large, huh?
It's a beginning of combat trigger.
Oh, okay.
And I either pumps the equipped creature or a creature I control named Vecna.
Okay.
And so on your turn, this is just going to be a 2/5.
Okay. 2/5, still not bad.
Big enough to block.
And you're at 14. Okay. Alrighty. Shuts down Toski pretty well. Interesting. Let's go with... Yeah, sorry, at the beginning. Okay. So, during your turn, you could just go to combat, and make that a 5-power creature to attack, which is quite large. But I shouldn't be too worried about that for now. So, I'm going to start with just putting my best foot forward. I have a Grazilex.
Yep.
And I'll attack with these 2.
Timur will block the Toski. Would you like to return it to your hand?
You know what? I think I'll leave it on the battlefield.
That's your option.
It is my option. I'll put you to 12, and I'll draw 2 cards.
Yep.
And then I will play an Edgewall Innkeeper, and I'll pass to you. Card advantage.
That was a good draw.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
Swift and the Rodan.
Okay.
Puts me to 10.
Yep. Rodan dead.
Guess I should have done that after combat, but I
Yeah.
got ahead of myself. That's fine. But I will... I kind of want to just leave this back.
Play some defense.
Yeah, I'm going to get another zombie here, so I'll have 3 blockers then for your 3 attackers,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, let's play some defense. End step, I'll get a zombie,
Okay.
and you can go.
All right. I'm going to untap. Interesting draw. I guess I don't for sure want to play this yet. Let's go with an attack.
Block.
Bold. Okay.
Would you like to return it to your hand?
I would still like to not. Thank you for asking, though. All right, I'm going to go with an Elite Spellbinder. See what you got.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Not too cool playing against Paulo. He is Elite.
All I have is this Timorant.
Just that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take this Timorant then, and it puts it right there, okay? Yeah, we'll get Gary out of there. Silly old Gary. And then I will pass to you.
On your end step, I'll exile the 2 creatures in your graveyard.
Wow,
with the
you
Timorant.
would. And you get
Gain 2.
gain 2?
Go to 12.
All right.
Another flyer is going to be a problem. So I'm going to pay 2 life to move the hand over to a zombie. Go to 10.
Okay.
I'm going to go to combat, pump the zombie to a 4/4,
Okay.
and attack.
I'm not afraid. I'm going to take 4. I'll go to 14.
Then post combat, I will play Gelatinous Cube.
Oh. It's quite gelatinous. And it's just an Oblivion Ring style of effect, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will exile Elite Spellbinder,
You gelatinous jerk.
and then end step, I'll get a zombie.
All right, end step, I'll play Brazen Bar. I'll draw a card.
Yep.
I'm going to tap. I'll draw. You gelatinous jerk. That was your nickname in high school, right?
Something like that.
Okay. Let's go with I'll crunch in there with these 2.
Timur Obloktovsky.
Take 3.
Would you like to return it?
I'm going to still pass. Thank you, though. Thanks for asking, though.
Okay.
Still put you to 7?
Yep.
And I draw 2?
Yep.
This drawing a million cards a turn thing is working out well for me. I'm not going to lie. My hand is bananas. Okay. I am going to say pass to you. I have stuff to do after your draw step, sir. All right, after your draw step, I'm going to Giant Killer Gelatinous Cube. Oh, yeah, you can dissolve it, huh?
Yeah. I think I have to do that. As awkward as it is, because I don't think I can give you the other flyer. So, yeah, let's try to put it in your graveyard.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to even do that? Nah, kind of. 7. I'll respond by petty thefting it. So that goes back. Now I take a peek at your hand. And Timuret's legendary, so I don't really want to take that. Yeah, we'll take the gelatinous cube.
Okay. Can't play this other borrower, so that's good. But all 3 other creatures are lethal. I guess that's not necessarily true. Okay, beginning of combat, the equipped zombie gets pumped. And I will attack for 6.
I'll take it.
Brings you to 8.
Mm-hmm.
I will play a swamp and pass the turn.
All right, I'll petty theft the zombie, and then I'll kill you.
Yep. Had to get aggressive there.
Yeah.
Just had more interaction. I was dead.
Yeah, I mean, just drawing 1,000 cards a turn was good, believe it or not.
Did not have enough removal to keep up with the flyers there.
Yeah.
Needed to try to go over the top, and Spellbinder stopped that. When
Yeah. You can't go over the top. They fly, though. You know, there's nothing over flying. It's not double flying or anything, Ross. Can't go over the top of it. You'd have to go under the flyers or through them.
You could definitely go, like, you know, depending upon what flyers they are. They fly
Yeah.
at certain altitudes.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can always go higher.
Okay. All right. And on that note, let's take a question from our lovely audience.
You just need, like, a spaceship.
Oh, okay, okay.
So-
I did just watch Fast 9, and they went to space, so I know anything is possible.
Out here, spoiler in the movie.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah, sorry. Please, if that's the spoiler, you know.
I mean, it is. You're just out here ruining the movie.
I suppose it was.
So, question about
Can't believe they
a
made 9 of those.
Yeah.
question about a new card. As Modius the Archfiend, 4 black for a legendary creature, Devil God. It's a 6/6. If you would draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down instead.
Okay.
And for black, draw 7 cards. And single black, return all cards exiled with this card to their owner's hand, and you lose that much life. I feel like we've seen something like this before, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we have. It's kind of absurd. You should put that right in your mono black deck.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know if it seems great, but
You like have to come.
Look, we're just trying to reprint Necro again, just, whatever.
Yeah, but for 7,000 extra mana?
Yeah. You in?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it seems a little too expensive to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, this set's too good. You got to power some of its cards down, make them a little expensive. Otherwise, this set's going to break standard, you know?
God, we wouldn't want that to happen for the 17th time in the last 4 weeks.
Exactly. All right. I'm guessing you want to go first?
I do indeed.
All right. Ooh.
I will keep my hand.
My hand is pretty slow, but maybe it's still a keep. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Just a bunch of 3-drops. Like, it's just doesn't feel that good.
Yeah, it always feels bad to mulligan a 4-land, 3-spell hand.
It does.
Like 3-4 hand either way,
I
but
was like, on the draw, I can expect a little bit better, a little bit more early game, but yeah, that wasn't the best.
yeah, you can.
Yep. All right, Rob, you got one more question?
I was supposed to tell you that your math is bad, and Asmodeus costs 1 less than Grizzlebrand.
Fair.
Also, Corey, I'm supposed to remind you about horsemanship, because that's higher than flying.
Oh, of course. How could we forget horsemanship? Dang it. All right. Sorry, chat. You're smart. I'm dumb. All
Let me clip
right. All right. I am going to keep this, and I'm unfortunately very tempted to just get rid of this new card because it doesn't seem great in this situation. And here we go.
Okay, I will play a Serrated Scorpion.
Oh, we're serrated.
Want to incorporate some life gain into this deck since I know I'm going to actively be reducing my own life total.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's always nice to have some 1-drops in your Devotion deck.
That's fair. I got to just spare a Sentinel. 1/2 meets a 1/2.
Okay, attack.
I will block.
Okay, Planar Scorpion.
Okay,
You're up.
you got me. I have a pathway. I have an innkeeper, and I'll pass to you.
Attack with the scorpions.
I will block one scorpion.
Take one.
Woo!
You're
19.
I'm gonna swift on the innkeeper right now, just in case you have a brazen bar in your hand. You could like respond if I did it on your turn.
Rude. Rude, rude, rude. All right.
I'm at 18. You're up.
All right, I'm going to play a Redain. And debating if I want to get in there with Jaspera Sentinel. Let's do it.
I'm at 17.
Pass to you. Now the card I put on bottom, I truly wish I had.
Okay. I'm going to play an Agadim, go to 14.
Okay.
And play a book.
Okay.
And instead bug it a zombie.
All right.
Pass the turn.
You're a jerk. Alrighty. I will attack for 2.
12.
We'll play Jaspera Sentinel. I will play Fabled Passage, and I'll pass to you.
Play a Swamp. Swift and Redan.
Swift and Redan. That's not cool. All right.
Brings me to 10.
Yep.
Attack you with my zombie.
I'll double block.
Sure.
Still within a inside combat, I'll petty theft this.
Well, you're a jerk.
Thank you.
You can go.
All right. I want some card advantage. Interesting. All right, I'll play a Elite Spellbinder. Another one.
Another one.
God, what are you, DJ Khaled up in here just playing another one? It's pretty good. Really can't stop either one of them, essentially. But hitting either one of them stops you from top decking a land, going book into Swift End, which would be pretty gross. So I'll hit Murderous Rider. And then I'm going to play a land, and I'll pass to you. I'm going to sack this 4 as well.
I am just going to deal with the Spellbinder.
I'll play this in response.
Yeah, puts me to 8.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn. Or I guess with that not being able to block and get in with 1 scorpion.
Might as well, yep. I'm at 18.
Yep.
Show me the money. Woo. Not a bad one. I'll attack for 3.
5.
Pass to you.
Play Murderous Rider.
Getting your lifelink on, okay.
Attack with the scorpions.
I'll block one of them.
You go to 17.
Yep.
Play another scorpion.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Scorpion, scorpion, scorpions. Ooh, that was a good draw. All right, I got our little new card here. I'll attack for 3.
Ugh, I'm at 2.
Draw. And play this land, and I'll play a Toski. I'll pass to you. Block.
Attack. I go to 4.
Yep. You're alive.
And kill this. I'll go to 2.
Okay. I'd like to return it.
And then I'll pass the turn.
How many murder strides you got left in your deck?
Not a lot.
All right, I'll attack.
And so I have the option of either blocking all 3 and just losing a Scorpion, or double blocking Grazilax and being able to trade a Scorpion for that, letting a point through. But that lets Corey draw 2 cards, which is a lot of cards.
That is a lot of cards.
So I'm inclined to just block all 3.
All right, I'm going to return these 2.
Sure. Scorpion down.
Yep.
You go to 15, I go to 4.
Yep.
Sounds like Corey doesn't have much to do with his mana.
What gave it away? All right, and then I'll pass to you. Yeah, I'm feeling this slipping away, that's for sure. I needed a good draw there.
That was an interesting draw.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm going to play Gelatinous Cube and exile Grazilax.
Okay.
And I think I just want to gain some more life. I still have 3 blockers. Even if you draw an answer to the cube, I have 2 good blockers for those creatures. So yeah, let's just get my 2 life in.
You go to 6?
Yep.
6 to 15?
Yep.
All right. Show me a good one. Ooh, yeah, that was good. That was the ideal one, I think. All right, I got a stomp, or a chop down, excuse me. So this comes back. Yeah.
I guess you could tap it for mana with the Sentinel.
That's what I'm
we're
kind of
thinking
considering, yeah. Let's just attack with this.
Block with a Scorpion.
So I want to return it. Could just replay it and then play Giant Killer. It's not that effective. Yeah, I'll just let that happen. Play this and pass to you.
You have me at 6.
6, yep. It's a weird game.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to play a book.
Okay.
I'm going to play Eye of Vecna.
You lose 2 and you draw a card?
Yep, I'll go to 4.
Okay.
Then I'll play a Swamp and play another Scorpion.
All right.
And step back at a zombie.
I like that you just have 4 ofs across the battlefield here. All right, I will draw.
You know what card I'd like to draw? Gray Merchant of Asphodel.
Oh, really? How come? All right. Well, my attacks are not very good right now, believe it or not. I'll attack.
I'll block with Murderous Rider.
Okay, I will.
Now I further incentivize Corey to return it.
I will return it. We'll play a Toski. Play a Giant Killer. And I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
Beginning of my upkeep, I could pay 2 and pay 2 life to draw a card.
And then you're going to top deck 2 Gray Merchants. I know it.
I think this turn I just want to get 2 more Murderous Riders down, though.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I will draw. It's a land, which isn't great, but I've got a lot of things to do with my mana, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
I will play 2 Murderous Riders and pass the turn.
All right, tap 1.
Yep. trying to dodge flyers from Corey's deck.
Yeah, flyers would be sweet. Yeah, not really much combat I can be doing here, so I'll attack.
I will block with 2 Murderous Riders.
Okay, I will return it. And I will play a Toski and a land, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, now I think
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, chat. Send help.
Now I think I'm on the draw plan.
Down to 2?
Yeah, let's go to 2.
Okay.
View empty-handed. Draw for turn. Not great draws. I would like to,
Not great, Gary.
I would like to declare an attack.
I'll tap 2 Murderous Riders.
Okay, I will attack with the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I will block. Go to
Toski,
4.
I go back up to 4. I will play a tapped Hive of the Eye Tyrant.
Okay.
My last Murderous Rider.
Okay.
Play a white, which enters tapped.
Okay.
And then on my end step, I will get a zombie.
You did lose 2 life, you're right. Okay. This is disgusting. Okay. That was not bad.
Let's try to clean up my side of things here. How many games have you seen 4 Murderous Riders on one side of the battlefield?
It's a murderer's row over here. I will attack.
Block with Murderous Rider.
This time I think I want you to just gain 2.
Brings
Go
me
to
to 6.
So I drew something I wanted to cast. I got a Spellbinder. And I'll pass to you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
I will continue to pay 2 life.
Don't blame you. You're down to 4. Go to 3, and then just don't attack with Murderous Riders. How about that?
Draw for eye, draw for turn.
Yeah. I gotta be refreshed on this one.
I would like to go to combat.
All right, tap some Murderous Riders.
Now I've got to think. I'm certainly attacking with the other 2 Murderous Riders, but do I want to attack with like zombies or stuff? The white, I think I want to attack with the white too. This is still 5 blockers. You can tap down 2, so I'd still have 3, plus I'm getting an extra zombie. So yeah, I that would play around a removal spell, and I'm at 4. So yeah, I'm going to attack with 2 Murderous Riders and the white.
I'll take it.
You take 7, brings you to 8. I go to 8.
Yep.
Then I will...
I can't play around Gray Merchant or anything like that.
Play Eye of Vecna, keep the old one, go to 6.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Sure.
Play Timoret, play white, and step get a zombie.
All right. All right, it's got to be a good turn for me.
I think a big attack next turn will probably do it. Am I getting slow rolled right now?
No. I'm thinking with Wizard class, I can't just like go to level 3, right? Like I have to go to level 2 first.
Yeah, you got to go in order.
So I can go to level 2, but then I can't go to level 3 with level 2 on the stack since it's a sorcery ability, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't stack it where I have level 3 and then I draw 2 cards and can put 2 counters on something. That'd be cool, but... So I can start with that.
Yeah, still leaves you with 4 mana up for
Yep.
2 giant killer activations.
But then if I draw 2 cards with this, what am I looking to find? What kills you? Well, let's find out.
Yep.
All right, draw 2. Okay, probably wasn't those. I will attack with these 2.
I'll put 3 serrated scorpions in front of Toski.
Or let me think here. 1 sec. Maybe I want to level this up first, and then when I draw 2 cards, I get to put 2 counters on it, but I might just be dead no matter what to that. 4 blockers. Yeah, that's disgusting amount.
I also have creature lands.
Yeah, I just don't think I can win here. All right, you're doing...
I'll put 2 serrated scorpions in front of Toski.
Okay, perfect. Take 3, I'll draw 2.
Yeah, I'm at 3.
Huh. Those weren't good. All right, I'm dead.
3 lands and another copy of your legend.
Yep. Not ideal. Oh, man. Gary was coming.
1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 18, 20.
Just 20?
The full 20.
Okay, perfect. Why did you even attack if you just knew it was going to play out like that? Yeah, that was, you really needed every single one of those Murderous Riders, too. Like, they were very key at taking out flyers. Yeah. I think I found that deck's weakness is birds.
I've been very good at locking up the ground. Book, obviously, like, it's pretty good when you're just generating a zombie a turn while charting through your deck. But as long as if I can deal with the flyers, that felt good. When I didn't deal with the flyers in game 1, I lost.
He lost. So we're going to see if we can fly over Ross there in the 3rd game. We're going to head to the sideboard, and we will see what we got for each other. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back to sideboarding here between Bant Adventures and Mono Black Devotion. From my end, flyers were great, but Redain is really bad at, everything but the flying abilities, so it's still my weakest flyer. Doesn't really have any card it shuts down from you. And then I'm actually taking out one of the Wizards class. I don't want to draw too many of this card, and I realistically might not even want to draw any of them, but I want to try the card out. And then we're just bringing in some Banishing Lights, which against a mono black deck just seems like it's amazing.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And on my side, bringing in a lot of answers to flyers. I've got 4 removal spells on the board, along with a couple of copies of Nighthawk Scavenger, all 6 coming in, cutting cards that underperformed in those first 2 games. Serrated Scorpion just didn't really make it to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Even though I drew all of them. Order of Midnight, while normally I would say, a flyer, I can potentially trade this with another flyer. It doesn't block. And your removal is mostly exile-based outside of Chop Down.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of targets for Chop Down.
Yeah.
It's really just the cube.
Yeah.
Or maybe if I use, Eye of Vecna or Hand, I can't remember which one. Yeah, now Scavenger, sure. I'm not even sure how big Scavengers are going to be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then cutting 1 copy of Timurat just because I don't want to draw too many of them. And the Graveyard Disruption is not super valuable in this matchup.
Yep, agreed.
So it's really just here for the Devotion. And even its high toughness, like sometimes it can play defense against a Lovestruck Beast, but I'd rather just have removal and Death Touchers.
Yeah, I would say you got so lucky drawing all your Murderous Riders, but you also drew all your Serrated Scorpions. Yeah. So we'll call that a watch. All right, Rob, you got a question at all for us?
Yeah, we had one earlier on what you think about one of the other Planeswalkers from AFR. Mordenkainen, I think is how you'd say that. 4 blue for a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. +2, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. -2, create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. And a -10, exchange your hand in your library, then shuffle. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size.
And how many does it start on?
5.
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive, but it is kind of an incredible card,
And when I think of 6-mana Planeswalkers, to me the gold standard is Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, and I don't think it compares favorably with that. Though it does, this is a card that will take over the game, but it costs 6 mana. It should.
Yeah,
that's what a 6-mana card should do.
Yeah,
I like that it has one ability that affects the battlefield. With if you've got 2 cards in hand, it's a 4/4. 3 cards in hand. Now you're bigger than Lovestruck Beast.
And the ultimate was 10.
Yes.
Okay. Or Emergent Ultimatum, Alrund's Epiphany, Vorinclex. You want to let me draw my deck, or you want to give me an extra turn? That's kind of disgusting.
Good one of in that deck. That makes a ton of sense. I think you're going to see this card if it shows up. You're going to see it in small numbers.
Yeah.
Like this is your late game, punch card. You're going to play 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But it seems fine in that role. I'm a little worried about doing that in control decks when you got to contend with ultimatums where you really don't want to be tapping out on those stages of the game. So that worries me. That might relegate it to a sideboard card if ultimatum decks are popular and continue to remain so even after rotation.
And dispute is still a thing. So if whatever deck you're playing has a gigantic blue card, that can easily get disputed. Like, that's not where you want to be at right now. Just disputes in every blue sideboard or main deck. Some main deck for real. And so that scares me there, but I'm pretty excited for the white Mythic Planeswalker, too. I think that's the best one. I think that's the best Planeswalker of the set. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it in my next round, but it seems pretty good to me. Tick up and pacify a card is kind of gross, and then all of a sudden, your fourth time you do that, it's just coming in for 7. It's kind of disgusting. We'll see. I could see it being bad as well, but
it is cool if the ultimate there comes along for free.
Yeah,
actually, that's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Also, Ross, Todd had a question. If you thought of Ebon Death, the Dracolich, the 2 black 5/2 flash flying dragon that you can cast if something died this turn.
That's sweet stomp target.
I did think about it, but I'm not really doing any sort of like sacrifice synergies. I don't have a ton of removal because I am trying to be a bit of a devotion deck, so I didn't think it was going to be good enough, and I thought Cube being able to be a 4-drop that adds devotion just like Ebon Death does while also interacting with the battlefield was more valuable.
Yep, that's reasonable to me. All right, how's your hand?
It is very good.
I think I'm going to keep. It's not very good or anything, but it's keepable.
I will start on a Hive of the Eye Tyrant.
Okay. Debating what I want to start with. All right, we're going to go with an Innkeeper. Pass to you.
I will play Eye of Vecna, go to 18.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Interesting draw there. I'm going to go with a Edgewall Innkeeper and a Temple. Ooh. Why not? And then beat you. Should have 17.
Okay. I will play Castle Lochthwain and kill your 2 Innkeepers.
That was rude of you.
Pass the turn.
That was quite rude of you. All right, I'm going to play this and I'll pass to you.
I'll play Castle Lochthwain and cube that thing.
Gelatinous.
Pass the turn.
All right. You gelatinous jerk. Gonna crack this.
I bet Corey's gonna get a plane.
Oh, I did it.
What do you need 3 blue mana for?
Who knows?
Setting up Petty Theft plus Borrower next turn?
Who knows?
You have to do it all in one turn to need the 3 blue.
Innkeeper, Lovestruck Beast. Draw a card.
Yeah.
Pass to you.
3rd Innkeeper, eh?
I'm keeping this in clean.
Would
you like to draw a magic card?
Thinking about it.
You're running low on cards there. It's got to be tempting.
Got another cube here.
Cube o'clock.
And it's a little awkward because what I want to do is hit Innkeeper because I think you have a Brazen Borrower.
Sure.
But if I do that, I guess it doesn't even really matter. If I take Innkeeper, then you just get to bounce the cube that has an Innkeeper under it, and then play it and get your value. So I think I just hit the Lovestruck Beast. So I can attack. I guess that gives you the option of getting Grazlax back and trying to draw cards with the Brazen Borrower, but I can just replay Cube then. I guess you would do it on an Incept, so you'd get one draw at least. But I do want to be aggressive here, so that's what I'm going to do. Take the Lovestruck Beast, get him for 4.
I'll be at 16.
I'm going to play a tapped Agademe as well.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Wonder if I might have screwed this game up a few turns ago. Took sort of a conservative line, and I think it might have cost me.
Good. All right, I'm gonna crack this.
Thinking back on it now, I regret the line I took.
Now I'll get the planes. Got a tough decision here. Let's go with I'm going to go with a petty theft on that and get that back. I'm going to attack for 1.
16 all.
I'll pass to you.
Okay. On my upkeep, I'll pay 2 for the eye.
You got a 14? Yep.
Draw a card. Draw for turn.
Yep.
Play a book.
Zybook. Trying to get a 2/2, huh?
And I'll play a tapped Agademe and try to go to my end step.
Yeah, you can have your token. I'm gonna play Brazen Bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Draw a card. Done?
Yep.
Oh, my hand is disgusting. I'm gonna start with a chop down on the gelatinous. And I'll attack with yeah, I'm just gonna petty theft this too. Then I will attack with these. Take 9.
And go to 5.
Draw 3. A recall. And I'll play a Fabled Passage. And actually, I'm going to play this and I'll play a Giant Killer. Draw a card. Pass to you.
Yep.
Your go.
Yeah, I screwed this game up from the jump.
4 of a kind adventures, anyone? It worked so well for you when you had your removal spell adventure creatures. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
Yeah.
I,
Many innkeepers that, and honestly, like that was truly the key. Is look at those premium removal spells you had to use on them. But if you didn't, I'm drawing my whole deck. You know, like.
Yeah, and then
I played the stuff that mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you also just drew 5 of it. How many giant colors did do you have in your deck?
4. I left them all.
You left them all in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 5 of your 8 interactive cards for my creatures.
Oh, I have Banishing
You have
Lights too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this one doesn't accumulate like Toski does.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Well, I mean, you could put 2 cards back and it would be fine.
I'll put 5 back. I'll be
Yeah.
fine. Okay, that card is significantly less good,
Yeah.
but
I could have played the book the turn you played Grazilax with an Agadim untapped and just made a zombie and passed.
yeah.
And sort of, told you, like, do you want to use interaction on my zombie and then draw a card? You probably do if you have
Yeah,
petty theft,
I had a lot
right?
of petty thefts, yeah.
Yeah, because you have so many of them, but it just gets the ball rolling on this a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So I give you a card of value, but force you to use a petty theft on something that's not as valuable.
Yeah.
That doesn't lose me as much tempo, and then I can start playing cubes. And I had another Agadim, I think, one turn, maybe drawing cards with Eye, and just keep having more and more zombies.
I actually think your other play was better. Like, the Gelatinous Cube line stopped that line of drawing cards right away.
Yeah.
And that's all I was really trying to do, just trying
But you're
to
only
get
going to have
my
it
hand up.
for one turn.
Yeah.
I effectively cost myself like 3 zombies worth of value to stop
Yeah.
you from potentially drawing a card.
Yeah.
And if you don't have petty theft, then it's way better,
That's true,
right?
yeah.
So,
I didn't have petty theft, though. I had petty thefts.
yeah.
I was, a very, very petty thief over here.
That card is just incredible against my deck.
It really is, yeah.
I'm playing nothing but like 3 to 5 mana permanents.
Yeah,
and-
usually Bone Crusher Giant is like almost always much, much better, but instead Brazen Bar is way better in this matchup.
I would much rather play against Bone Crusher.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
my
The
deck.
flying body is just better, and the bounce. I mean, like your final thing you wanted to do, be like, wow, this sick payoff. It's gone.
Yeah.
Not great there. So,
Yeah, which I did have all the pieces of that game to finally assemble, but yeah, it's just not going to be good against Brazen Borrower. But
yeah,
the really in a matchup that looks like 2 mid-range decks that are trying to draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
It really ended up being sort of a tempo game.
Yeah.
On either side, like you needed to close the game with flyers. I needed to create this huge battlefield, and try to race on the ground.
Yep.
And I can only really do that by going wide. And the mana efficiency of the adventure package just won out. Like all your cards are 1 to 3 mana, and my cards are all 2 to 4 mana.
Yeah.
It felt like I was just, kept falling a little bit further behind almost every single turn.
Agreed.
I was single spelling, you were double spelling. I'm also dealing myself a good amount of damage.
Yeah, that was the big part too, is like your ability, whenever you played the 2 mana draw a card, lose 2 life, I'm just like, wow, that does not seem good right now, and I'm sure you were thinking the same. You're like, yeah, just kind of have to, but
I played it on turn 2 in a hand that had 3 removal spells in it, so I felt pretty good about that.
That was
I thought
good,
I was gonna be able to just stop whatever you did. I
Yeah.
also had a Gray Merchant and a book, and like my hand was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I just never got anything going because the petty thefts just undid so much of my.
They were really good. And Wizard class did not look particularly good. I didn't draw it that often. I did put it to the bottom in one of my hands, where it actually would have been pretty good because I ended up flooding out that game, and the abilities would have been good there. So maybe it was just me undervaluing the card and not keeping it when I drew 3 lands and did nothing with my mana. If instead I could divination plus get that going, I very well could have killed you game 2. The game that you won, because I was pretty close. You were at 1 effectively for quite a few turns. So if I had this and I, maybe even just didn't mulligan, it would have been a lot better. But this card was good. I think this card was good. Of course, if we get paired up against Stomp, that becomes a problem. But I'm wondering if just these Wizard classes in a deck like this. First of all, I like this deck from Brian Gottlieb. It was pretty cool. I built the sideboard, but other than that, it was just a Brian Goad list. And he only played like 1 Clarion Spirit, which I thought was a little silly on a deck that's going this wide. But, after playing with this, I would even maybe just trim down to like 2 and go up to like 3 Clarion Spirits, because that card's just phenomenal in this deck. But
unless the classes are a really integral part of your strategy, then I don't think any of them are mana efficient enough to want to play a bunch of copies.
Well, don't say that yet, because I have another deck where I'm trying one of the class cards in my 3rd one. So we'll see. That one is very much focused on making that class work. It's the equipment one. It's the warrior one that searches up equipment. I got some Ember Cleaves. I got some Mauls. Another Brian Go list.
Get ahead of ourselves. What do you got coming up for round 2?
All right, I'm just trying to build some hype here, man. Okay. So next one, I am going to be playing the mono white snow deck. I know we just did this pretty recently, but now we're playing with the new Mythic Planeswalker, which instead of the Mythic Dragon. And I just really wanted to see which one's better and if this card is as good as it seems like it could be to me. I'm not 100% if this is going to be a busted Planeswalker or not, but we're going to see. That's what I'm testing out.
Yeah, and the dragon looked pretty good for you.
The dragon did look good,
week,
yeah.
So definitely a pretty high bar to clear, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to be playing a little mono green elves.
Ooh, elves, gotta love it. Okay.
For the first time.
For the first time ever. You've never cast an elf creature, right?
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
Wow. Okay, well, God bless you. So we are going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with the round number 2 here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere. Finger pointing. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
Now I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to take at Star City Games so he can get his favorite one sent over to us. Today we are playing more D&D Standard here. I'm trying to get a look at, I at least wanted to check out, now some people are really starting to write about decks. Me and Brad actually were building this yesterday because he's staying at my house. But then I checked out some other decks from Brian Gottlieb and just seeing what kind of cool stuff, people are excited about. We saw the first one by Brian. The Bant Adventures look pretty good. I got another one from him coming up. So if you're a Brian fan, hold tight. But
what if I'm not a Brian fan?
Then you better go.
Okay, it's good that I am then.
Okay, good. Thank God. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
So for this round, I'm going to be playing mono white snow aggro, but just really trying out Grandmaster of Flowers, and of course that comes with Monk of the Open Hand. Being able to.
You didn't have to get me flowers, Corey.
I know. I'm sorry. I left him at home.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to see if these cards are good. Who knows? Like, I think the +1 ability and pacifying some creature is pretty powerful. And then, of course, this thing will just kill you after not too long. And then we also have a couple Dancing Swords, which seems kind of sweet. And I wanted to try them up.
The thing I actually like about Grandmaster is Monk of the Open Hand is not a terrible card to put in the deck.
It really isn't.
Very easy in this deck to double spell.
Yeah.
It's a 1-mana 2/2. It can keep getting bigger from there. I like that you don't have to put bad cards in your deck to make Grandmaster work. I remember back in the days of like Nissa Ravane trying to find Nissa's Chosens. And like Nissa Ravane was an okay card, but Nissa's Chosen, just drawing those naturally was
or even worse in more recent years. You remember the Pack Hound that we played for a little bit? The white-red card that searched for like Alpine Dog or something. It's like a 1/2 that you fire breathe for 3, and the other one was just like a 2-mana 2/2, right?
Just draft chaff.
Good times. Yeah. So I'm trying out these. We're gonna see. They could just be worse than the dragon and just more Alceids. I think we cut some Redanes for it, and we're just gonna try it out. But I wanted to mention one thing before we get too far into this, everyone. Thursday we are doing a show where we are just having y'all submit decks, and you can just put a text file up on either Ross's tweet or I retweeted it as well. Do a text file, and you might just see your deck on the show for Thursday. We want to see what ideas y'all have. We kind of went through all our ideas. Of course, there's still a couple cards coming out. We haven't gotten the full set. I think there's like 10, 15 cards,
something
right?
Like that.
Yeah, but if you got some ideas, make sure to check out our Twitter, and that'll be our Thursday show. So I wanted to mention it now, and we'll mention it at the end of the show as well.
Yeah, on my side of things, as I said before the break, a little mono green Elves here, really trying to test out Circle of Dreams Druid. Certainly a powerful effect. But
wait. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you here for a second. Is this what you meant when you said you were playing Meet in the Tavern? Mm-hmm. I thought you were just saying that's what we were doing after the show. Oh.
It can be both.
It could be both. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Okay.
So
you confused me.
The Circle of Dreams Druid, a very powerful effect, one that really needs to be enabled. I think we talked about this card on the previous show, and I said, like, you really want a low curve, lots of other mana creatures, and some big payoff. And the Tarask is a pretty big payoff.
That's a payoff.
Yeah, a 10/10 haste ward 10 that fights a creature when it attacks. That's going to put a hurting on people. So we're going to try to power this out. We've got 2 copies of it. I also have 2 copies of Fierce Empath to try to get my elf count up. And that let me put in singletons, like 6 drops to try to 2-4 sometimes. So I got a Vorinclex.
Okay.
I've got a Kogla. So if I get to 9 mana and have Fierce Empath, that does things. But mostly cheap creatures here. Llanowar Visionary is a great elf. Jasperis Sentinel's an elf. A couple copies of Tyvar Hell to go wide with a Planeswalker. And then Elvish Warmaster is the big one because this is both an enabler to get Circle of Dreams Druid going, but also gives you a sink for the mana when you don't have a big spell in your hand. With my creature count really high, You Meet in a Tavern is pretty solid. Essentially, either lead the Stampede if I need to find more creatures.
Yeah.
If I already have a huge battlefield, I'll just start a Brawl and give them all +2/+2 until end of turn.
Yes.
And then I'm only playing 1 copy of the green fast creature land, the Lair of the Hydra. It is a nice mana sink with Circle of Dreams Druid, but I needed snow lands to play Sculptor of Winter as another mana creature and another elf.
Yeah.
And I'm playing 4 Castle Garenbrig, of course. And I wanted to play 4 copies of the modal double face card Turn Timber Symbiosis because this is another great mana sink.
Yeah.
So I just didn't really think I had room to cut too many more snow lands. So only 1 copy of the Lair here. We'll see if we, wish I had played more.
So one thing, what did you have to do to convince Wizards to give you a card that's just based on Game 6 of the Utah Jazz from the? How did you get a card just completely encapsulating your night that night?
I pulled some strings.
You pulled some strings, okay.
They already basically put my face on a card. If you've looked at Garenbrig Carver, it's just me.
It's just you.
It's eerie. The first time I saw that card, I was kind
Sorry,
of
which card is this? I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
It's in Throne of Eldraine.
Yeah, the name of the card.
Garenbrig Carver, or cartographer.
I'm not sure. I don't know what card you're talking about.
It was a weird common that never mattered.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I had to capture my.
I love that we have the classic mono white versus mono green here.
Okay. I could see that.
All right. So I'm guessing you want to go first, Mr. Merriam?
I do indeed.
All right. Not a great start. Getting better. Still bad. Uh-oh. It's a pretty good hand. Your hand better be really good to compete with it.
Yeah, I can keep this.
All right, I better not keep that one, huh? So that one, Double Skyclave is probably at least my best turn 3 into turn 4, but yeah, that was a little bad. Yeah, I'm a little worried that my Planeswalker isn't going to be able to do enough against your battlefield that's going super wide. That's one thing I'm kind of scared of, but if I can control your battlefield a little bit and have some blockers, then it should be okay. All right, first mulligan. Okay, I guess I will keep. Now, what do we want to get rid of? Suppose it's probably this. Yeah, we're going to put this at the bottom. Let's do it.
I'll lead on a Tangled Veil and pass.
Okay. Got Moto bugged. And then I'll pass to you.
I am going to play a Turn Timber untapped to 17.
17.
And play Elvish Warmaster.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to play Hollow Blade and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I'll play Jasperis Sentinel, get an elf token.
Okay.
And then remember what Jasperis Sentinel does.
Yeah, Jasperis Sentinel does not have haste if you were trying to do that.
That's fine, though. We'll live.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And then I guess I'll play a Tangled Veil and pass the turn.
All right.
These tap lands are not doing me good.
Yeah, that's all right. I did not have a good draw, believe it or not. Pass the turn. Pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to play Circle of Dreams Druid and get another elf
Okay. That's terrifying.
And then I'll attack with the other elf token.
Okay.
I'll trade that for a card.
I'll take it. 19.
Pass the turn.
All right, we need it. So
Looks like you didn't get it.
I didn't get it. Okay. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna put a counter on it, and I'll pass to you.
I'm gonna have a fun turn.
Yeah, believe it or not, if I would have drawn a land, you would not have had this much fun.
Okay. I even drew a snow forest too. Let's start with the Llanowar Visionary. Draw a card.
Get an elf.
Yep. To get an elf off that as well. Then I will use Jaspera Sentinel and play Sculptor of Winter.
Okay.
2, 4, 7, 8 mana.
Sure, why not?
6 floating, another Sculptor.
Okay.
2 floating, Tyvar Kel.
Okay. This is all fine.
Yeah. And 2, 5, 8, 9. I'm gonna +1 to untap Circle of Dreams Druid, tap for another 9, go to 11 floating,
Okay.
and then I will activate the War Master with 4 floating
Okay.
and attack you with 2 3/3 Death Touch creatures.
All right, I'll block and I'll discard.
You take 3, go to 16,
Yep.
pass the turn.
All right. Well, I still didn't get a land. Hand would have been good if I would have hit land 3 on time, but I concede. No luck. I guess I should have kept my 6-lander, huh? Instead of this 2-lander that was great, but needed a 3rd land at least, you know. The turn before that, once you played the mana creature, that's what I had to hit with Skyclave. Yeah. But realistically, if I drew land on top, it was on time, it was gonna be Skyclave War Master, and then that, and your hand probably looks a lot worse then, believe it or not.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, but Ross gets lucky. Chalk it up to a luck counter. You got one of those on there instead of just a normal win-loss. Can you put an asterisk by his name or something?
Yeah, it's just like, people are putting asterisks. Well, I can't even speak. Next to this year's NBA title, because
Yeah, there we go.
Call it an
Same
injury.
thing. Same thing. Yep. All right, Rob, you got a question at all?
Don't at the moment.
All right. Empty queue. All right, I'm gonna start.
You know that then you're down a card, right? You don't
I
get
know.
a draw first. It makes it harder to make land drops.
It hasn't been easy so far. It hasn't been easy so far.
Maybe you want to be on the draw so you can make land drops a little more easily?
Nah, I'm not afraid. All right. I'm going to keep. It's not great, but we have lands, so that's good.
My hand just doesn't have early action. I have no plays before turn 3. That is not tenable in this matchup.
Mulligan. Go to 5. Go to 5. Or perhaps 4. Is that not very sportsmanlike?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I was used to the more aggressive, just 4 or 5 chance from you, not like, well, maybe.
I'm feeling a lot more compassion to Ross lately, I'm okay with just 5, I'm not trying to get super greedy.
Okay, who got this imposter in here? Where's the real Corey?
I did mulligan last game.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
He's compassionate and mulliganing. This is clearly not Corey.
Can't be me. Can't be me.
This is Snorri.
Yeah, you haven't played a Yorion deck this previous season yet?
I haven't played a Yorion deck in so long. At this point, the next time I play one, none of y'all can complain because I've been treating you right. I may have played a Yorion deck every day for like 4 years, okay? Quarantine was rough, okay? It got me through, but I haven't done any in a while. So the next Yorion deck, y'all got to just accept it.
Nope.
You good?
I'm gonna put the 9-drop on the bottom of my library on this mulligan.
It's probably a good call. I'll play a 1-drop. Monk of the Backhand.
I'm sure some fan deck is going to have that. Is going to be a Yorion deck, right?
It should be. It should be at this point. Yeah.
Block.
Block. Are you looking to block that? I'm interested what I want to actually do here. Might just want to say go. Pass to you.
Castle Garenbrig.
Okay.
Sculptor of Winter.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. I have a land.
Probably could have gotten in for one there, but who cares?
I do. I care. All right. I have a Redain for you, and I'll pass.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That's fine. I will.
No, it's enters tapped. You
Yeah.
you just can't go on tapping it.
I will untap it.
Rude.
And I will play Llanowar Visionary.
Okay.
Sure.
Draw your card.
Pass the turn.
All right. Alrighty. Now, let's start with, for sure, Monk of the Open Hand. And got some interesting options. I think I like this one best. Okay, I'll play a lead Spellbinder. I'll trigger both of these open hands. Kogla. Okay. So Kogla 6. So you technically can cast it next turn. I don't like that. All right. Guess we'll get. I guess you can just play both of these Circle of Druids, but that's not the biggest deal. Return. You do not have humans. That's good. All right. Then I will attack with these two.
I go to 16.
Yeah, I don't think you've taken any damage, right? Past you. And you just got me at 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play another tap Snow Forest, generate 4 mana with Sculptor and Visionary and the 2 lands, sink it into the castle.
Okay.
Play a couple Circle of Dreams Druids.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. All right. I have a land.
2 in hand.
2 in hand. Interesting. Let's go with attack with these 3.
I will take 6, go to 10.
Past you. How much mana can you generate?
Fair amount.
Okay, okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Just a casual 17 mana if you want. I just hope you don't have Walking Ballista.
So I think it's pretty clear that Corey has a giant killer in hand. So just wants to chop down the ape with the trigger on the stack. Fortunately, I drew a good card.
Uh-oh.
Just thinking about how I want to cast it.
Okay. Oh, fancy. I just played as a land.
So this will be 5 green.
Okay.
Go to 7 green.
Okay. It costs 9.
Oh, because they're right in. Good call. Good call. I just want to tap both circles then. This will be 10. I'll do it with 1 floating. I can still cast the Kogla afterwards. Yeah.
All right.
1 floating. It's top 7, right?
Top 7, yep. How good?
Not very, though. My deck doesn't have a ton of great hits.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, it didn't seem like the scariest card you could possibly play. It was still good, of course, but.
But I do think I'm going to get an Elvish War Master.
Okay. That does come in with counters.
Oh, yeah, because it's less than that. It's awkward. It means it's choppable. Should I just draw a card then? Could just get a Land War Visionary and I'll call it a day.
Still choppable, but you get to draw a card.
But you need to chop the Ape, and I'm gonna cast the Ape this turn and force that. So let's get the War Master, put 3 counters on it.
Okay.
And then I have 1 floating. I'll sink that 1 into Castle and play Kogla.
Your target.
I would like to target the Redan.
Yeah, I will still chop it. You read my plan, unfortunately.
And I've just got another tapped Snowland here, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
I've got a 5/5 on the ground for these monks. The Sentinel threatens to trade with Spellbinder, so you really only get to attack with Redan. Hopefully.
You wish. Okay. So I'm going to start with a Luminic Aspirant. And I'm going to play a Dancing Sword. Triggers. Now, I could put a Dancing Sword onto a monk and attack in. And I can put the counter from Luminarch Aspirant here. That seems like the best play on surface value. Yeah, I think I'm all about that. I'll go like this. Beginning of combat. Put this here. Oh, also, did you pay 8 for Kogla? Thank you. Counter on here. And then I will attack.
It's the Spellbinder tax on the Kogla.
Spellbinder tax, yep. I'm just debating if I want to attack with this other monk. You have that kind of free block, and then you're forced to chump this, but you kind of are already forced to chump. I'm just giving you a good block with that. So, yeah, just these 3.
Yeah, I am forced. You have 3 blockers. That's a lot of blockers. Yeah, I think I am dead. Unless I draw something very good.
Yep.
So I will jump the 5-power creature and
take 6 to 4, and I'll pass to you.
Even fighting with something is not going to be good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a pretty good draw. It was pretty awkward, though. I had these monks, and I was trying to trigger them the whole time. Like, I didn't play Dancing Sword on 2. I didn't want to play it when I was going to stomp or chop down because it was going to be so obvious that I had it. But, you know, in hindsight, it was obvious enough. Maybe I should have did it.
Yeah, you know, disruption was good enough.
Yep.
This is not going to be close.
Alrighty. Woohoo! That was our second game, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I thought it was set up pretty well there, but your leftovers were pretty good.
Yeah. Yep. My leftovers were pretty good.
Both ways to pump your creatures to just enough to be good, like +1 toughness on the Spellbinder, +2 power on one of the things, and along with 2 spells.
Yeah, I top decked the Luminarch, but I truly didn't need it. The Dancing Sword was just going to go on Elite Spellbinder if I didn't find that. But the Aspirant made it easier, so I could get in with another creature, which was important. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we split 1-1. You know, if you would have been watching the first game, you would have thought, well, that wasn't a game because it wasn't, but you still took it down. So we are 1-1. We're going to head to the sideboard and see who can take down round number 2 between mono white aggro and mono green elves. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to a Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between mono green elves and mono white snow aggro. My side, a lot of anti-aggro cards to bring in. Got some removal and Primal Might, some Elder Gargaroth. I'm also going to choose to bring in Vivians as both a source of card advantage and a way to generate reach blockers because your flyers are really problematic.
Yep.
And because I've got the extra card advantage of Vivian and Elder Gargaroth, I'm going to be cutting You Meet in a Tavern, which is card advantage that doesn't affect the battlefield.
Okay.
And so hard to do in the aggressive matchups. Cutting the 2 Fierce Empaths, again, just a slow card.
Yep.
And I don't, I'm just going to try to sort of soft ramp a lot of the time into these 5-drops and take over with them.
Okay.
The Vorinclex, it can stop things like Luminarch Aspirant, but too slow to really be effective in that role.
Yep.
And also just kind of a big idiot. And then Tyvar Kell as a Planeswalker can be powerful if I get it out, but you have so many flying attackers against it that it's just vulnerable to those. I don't want to set myself up in that position where I'm casting Tyvar, I'm like plussing and hoping that you don't have a way to pump your flyer.
Yeah, or just Skyclave to deal with it too, you know.
And Skyclave as well.
All right, so for mine, I'm just bringing in some Glass Caskets, mainly because of Elvish Visionary. Not Elvish Visionary, Elvish War Master is just a really, really good card against me, as well as the new Gaia's Cradle card as well. What is that one called again?
Circle of Dreams Druid.
All right. Yeah, to deal with that as well before you just go ham and start cranking out maybe 1-2 Gargaroths or something like that. Just taking out Elseid, 1 Monk. I think 3 is enough when you're searching for them with our Planeswalker, as well as 1 Selfless Savior to cut, kind of slowing down a little bit. My 1-drops aren't that great since you generate a lot of blockers as well. I would much rather have some ways to deal with your early creatures and then kind of fly over you with Spellbinders and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I don't have a lot of removal for you to protect your creatures from.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fight spells are the best, but Elseid I think is already the worst 1-drop. Selfless Savior is pretty good, so maybe it's a mistake taking out Selfless Savior, but I think the other ones it's perfectly fine to take out.
I actually kind of like Elseid more in this matchup because I think the ground is often going to get locked down, and if you just have a big creature on the ground, being able to get it through for 1 attack later in the game.
That definitely could be. Definitely could be as well. I'm looking to have a little bit more of a plan to just maintain your battlefield instead of like trying to get through with 1 creature. Like I have enough removal now with Giant Killer, Skyclave, and Glass Casket. I'm not as worried about getting through 1 time, but maybe you're right. Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Good luck. All right, I just want to draw the Planeswalker. 1 time.
Master of Flowers.
I want to be the Master of Flowers.
I will keep my hand.
Yeah, I'll keep as well. Nothing special, but...
Play a forest and pass.
All right. I will play a Selfless Savior, and I'll pass to you.
One of the issues I have with this deck is there's just not a lot of good 1-drop elves. It's just a Sparrow Sentinel.
So you're saying you would like Llanowar Elves in this deck?
Yeah, if they gave me Llanowar Elves or Elvish Mystic, I'd be very happy.
All right, I just got to land, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will make a green, untap that land.
Okay.
I will play Elvish War Master.
Okay.
Then I'll play another Sculptor.
Okay.
Get a token.
Pretty good.
Pass the turn.
All right. Well, my draws have not been that great, but I'll definitely Skyclave this, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, let's get another land down and play Vivian.
Oh, no.
Let's make some reach blockers.
Yeah. Cool.
Though you don't have a flyer right now, it's possible I want to make the first one Vigilance so I can start attacking with it and then start pumping out reach blockers. You don't have a way to remove Vivian from the battlefield immediately. You're not going to have a good attack even with the Faceless Haven because the beasts trade with it.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that.
Yeah, I'm going to make the first one Vigilance and plan to pump out reach ones later. And I probably don't want to attack just in case you have like Glass Casket on this and you get a free attack with the Apparition. So I'll just pass.
Okay. Yikes. That's a yikes. Well, I guess I have a Redain and Selfless Savior And I'll pass to you. I'm in a lot of trouble.
Okay, I will play Llanowar Visionary.
Yep.
Draw a card.
Okay. Yeah, Vivian is going to do some damage
Play
here.
this Snow Forest. Play Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
And pump out a Reach Blocker.
Okay.
And I will attack with the Vigilant Todd Anderson.
Okay. And you didn't play a land untapped this turn, didn't you?
I've played a land already. I played it tapped.
Oh, you played it tapped.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I've spent 4 mana on these 2 creatures
Okay.
and then played a tapped land.
All right. I will double block it.
Yeah, I'll put the right in first.
Yep.
Yeah, trade for a creature. Pass the turn.
Okay. All right, it's flower time. Flower power. It's not very good. It's not very good, I must say. But I'll make this not be able to attack or block and attack Vivian.
And that's until your next turn.
Yep, so you can't use it next turn.
Do I want to chump with the Sentinel is my question here.
Okay.
And I don't think I need to. This can go to 3.
I'll pass to you.
And then I will draw. I
Okay.
knew that forest was there. I have a forest on top, but I think I'm going to go for this neat play. I'm going to -2 Vivian.
Okay.
I'm going to play Elder Gargaroth. I will find a copy of Circle of Dreams Druid with the Vivian trigger.
This is all fine.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Everything's good. Yeah, I don't think there's a possible way I can win this.
And now let's see what I got. That's a good one. I will untap 2 lands, make 2 more green, make
Okay.
a 3rd, play another Visionary,
Okay.
play this forest tapped,
Okay.
and pass the turn.
That's it? That's all you got this turn? Okay, I can see.
So yeah, I've got 2 more gargoyles.
Oh my god.
Is that going to be good?
That would have been good, yeah. Well, luckily we got some time to stretch this one. We're a little early.
I have
But that
2
was a
more-
beating.
This is nine creatures. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have a forest on top. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to go off.
Yeah, I
super
think
hard. I was just
you
gonna play
already
2 more
win.
Gargoyles.
Yeah, that's going off. That is a combo in standard. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, Vivian there looked incredible. I get it. You just hustled one out, and that deck cranks out a lot of turn 4 Vivians, or turn 3. It's possible, right? Like you Jaspera on 1. I guess it's pretty unlikely. You need
Jaspera on 1 into Warmaster Jaspera, make a token.
Yeah.
And then next turn,
Yeah.
you can get up to 5.
I wouldn't even be mad if. All right, I'd still be mad, but that would be cool enough where I would still, high five you later. But
I wouldn't be too surprised if there should just be Vivians in the main instead of Meet at the Tavern.
yeah.
I like that the Meet
We
at the
gotta try
Tavern
new
is like
cards.
a payoff when you go wide.
Yep.
But Vivian is a really powerful card in this.
Yeah, and my Planeswalker was not anywhere near as good. And when you go wide like that, it makes sense why it's not good. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a bad start, Rob. Okay, getting better. All right, I'll try it. It's pretty awkward, but.
Pretty awkward.
Yep. Awkward has been declared. All right, you're going down. You're up 2-1. Is your hand busted? Busted beyond belief?
I'm gonna keep.
I got a planes. I'll pass to you.
Okay, well that made it a lot better.
Okay.
I'm just going to play Tangled Veil and pass.
Okay. All right, I have a very exciting play of Dancing Sword. Pass to you.
Yeah, I've got a Snow Forest and a Sculptor of Winter.
Okay.
Pass. Oh, let's not do that. Well,
Okay.
this is better for multiple reasons. This is now entering untapped, and also like Corey might think like I don't have a
Pass
snow
to you.
land to play.
Yeah.
Snow Forest. Now I've got some options. You've got like 3 cards in hand.
3 cards. They're busted.
I'm going to play Sculptor and then Primal Might on the Selfless Savior for 0.
Okay.
So I'll stop the sword from really doing much of anything.
Sure. All right, I'm going to play Grandmaster.
Okay.
And I think I want to search. I don't really care if you Sculptor me here, so I'm going to search for one of my monks, and I'll pass to you. Now, if this card's ever going to be good, it should be on a battlefield like this.
Yeah. And
Gargaroth?
I have a Gargaroth, but the Grandmaster is pretty good against it.
Yeah.
I'll pass the turn.
Builder Gargaroth. Okay, not a bad draw. The monks oddly don't work that well together. Like, you know, I can't search, play a monk, play another monk. You know, you only get it on the one trigger. Yeah. Still not bad, of course, but...
I don't think you're going to find another monk. Unless you're chopping down my Gargaroth.
Oh, yeah.
Is this Corey's sign that subtle tell that he has chop down in hand?
Well, I did just draw chop down. Yes, absolutely. Is that good? I'm going to go get a monk. Maybe I'll regret taking out one of my monks. So now it's like one of those Squadron Hawk games where if you draw the last Squadron Hawk, you're like, come on, really? All right, so I'm going to play monk. I'm going to chop down Gargaroth. And I'm going to get a counter. And now it's just, do I want to play another giant killer or do I want to just equip this sword? This does make it quite large. I'm going to play giant killer and I'm going to pass to you. Do some more tapping if I want. I'm a Grandmaster of Flowers.
That's when it gets a 7 loyalty.
7, yeah. So 2 more turns.
Okay, I'm going to attack it with Sculptor.
Okay. I will block.
I'll play.
Just imagine someone comes in and be like, yeah, I'm a Grandmaster. What of it? And I'm like, what are you a Grandmaster of? Flowers.
And I'll play Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
I will draw. I'm going to go get my last monk. I did side one out. Maybe it's a mistake, but we'll see. I'm going to play a monk. Then I'm going to cast Seasoned Pyromancer.
You mean Seasoned Hollowblade?
Seasoned Hollowblade, thank you very much. I'm going to cast Selfless Savior. And I'm going to equip this Dancing Sword. Dancing Sword. Do I think you're likely to kill the most? Probably the giant killer. Maybe I just want to get in then. I mean, I do have a decent amount of blockers at this point. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to attack for 3. I think I have enough blockers.
So it's just a 3/3.
It is a 3/3. When it dies, it creates a 2/1 construct, which I don't think we have for a token we might need.
You have the Salva Savior. So yeah. Let's take 3.
17. Pass to you. All right, next turn, it becomes a 7/7 Dragon God.
Also, Corey, it doesn't create a token. It just becomes a 2/1 artifact creature.
Cryptor. Tries. You may have next for become a 2/1.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I did read that wrong. Okay. I don't know if that's better or worse, actually.
Well, I've got my plan. It was very unfortunate that you drew the chop down.
Yeah.
Because I had a great henge.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to obliterate you, but I've drawn the land so I can play it this turn, and hopefully that can get me back into this game. Because I've got some life to play with. I'm going to take a pretty big hit this turn.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Monk.
Yep.
Got a glass casket. A trigger on these. And we'll hit just spare a Sentinel.
Yep. Glass Casket was another excellent draw.
Yes, thank you. I will pacify that. And
This is actually a 17-point attack when I'm at 17. But I'll survive with the henge.
yeah. I'm just wondering if I want to leave back Giant Killer or anything like that. I think I just go ham on you here, so.
And you have a blocker back anyway.
Yeah. And you can't even attack. Yeah, we'll go ham.
Yeah, if I draw like Primal Might, you have the protection.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I did the math right,
17.
right?
Yep. So you go to 2?
Yep.
No big deal.
I was hoping to just get the one chump block here, right?
Yeah, and then I'll re-equip Dancing Sword to here, past you.
And now it's going to be very tough because between the Grandmaster and the Giant Killer, you're able to take out a couple blockers. Really needed to get that.
Did you expect to be killed with flowers today?
Okay, so let's make 6 green for creatures. Game 2, go to 4.
Yep. Here comes Throne of Eldraine.
3 green floating.
Draw 2.
Yep. That's just not going to be good enough.
I'd be shocked if you have something that's good enough on this battlefield. Well, we just had a story of we both played our Planeswalkers very early and aggressively, and they were good. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. Grandmaster certainly looked very good there.
It did.
You didn't really have any aggression going early. And I had the awkwardness of my payoff being the Great Henge, and you just have the chop down for the Gargroth. If you just plus the N, then you're down a monk. I get the Great Henge down like 3 turns earlier, and I've drawn 7,000 cards. I think I win the game going away.
I agree. So it was a good top deck the turn you played it.
So you're gonna be able to deal with 2 blockers, and I'm at 4. So I need essentially 4. I need 4 more blockers on top of what I have right now, and I've just drawn 2 5-drops. And I've got a. I guess I can play that. I guess if I can chain 3 more Jaspera Sentinels off the top, we can do it.
I like it.
So I guess that's the plan.
I don't even think that works, right? Since I can animate this and tap something down.
Oh yeah, you have one more attacker.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
All right,
didn't hit anyway.
All right, game 5. Gotta love it. I do not feel as great though on the draw, but I do think I want to just bring in the other monk. They just looked good, and I want to try them out a little bit more.
Corey, you do know that your Grandmaster can get them out of the graveyard, right?
Can what?
Get your monks out of the graveyard.
Get out of here. Okay, I don't think we need the other monk. Like, that's pretty busted. Pretty busted. All right. We're learning. Well, Dancing Sword doesn't feel amazing, but, just decent. I think maybe even I will cut that. It didn't seem great. But the Selfless Saviors do seem great, so we're going to bring that in. All right, game number 5. Rob, you got a question from our lovely audience before we get this started?
Well, the main thing was they just wanted to make sure that you knew you could get your monk with the graveyard.
Yes. Thank you for teaching me. That's fair, but
I was
Yep,
gonna
impressive.
let you like maybe mess it up once, and then I was gonna tell you like usual, but
yeah, that's the gentleman thing to do. Watch us punt and make fools of ourselves, and then correct us later.
it's what you just call good content.
That's good content right there. Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, you're going down.
I'm going first. That's what I'm going.
Okay, so you're probably going up. All right, I think it's about time you mulligan, right? It's been a while.
I'll keep.
Ah. Uh-oh, I cursed myself. No. It's a good one-lander. It's a very good one-lander. All right, I'm going to mulligan.
Oh, I just thought you were easily keeping. Good one-liner on the draw.
Just perfect. That's why you don't mulligan out there, boys and girls. Always keep.
We got him.
We got him. All right. Take two. Down to 6. Okay. Well, this is much worse, but I'm in.
Yeah, I'll lead on Tangled Veil.
Land, pass to you.
Snow Forest Sculptor of Winter.
Okay,
Pass the
sculpt
turn.
away. Sweet. I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
I will play a Turn Timber untapped.
Okay.
Go to 17.
Sure.
I will play.
I'm scared.
I'll just play Circle of Dreams Druid. Untap the Forest with the Sculptor. Play Sentinel.
Okay.
Pass. Probably getting Skyclave Apparition, but if I don't do that, then you could like Spellbinder.
Yeah. I'll pass to you. I respect the play.
Let's play a Llanowar Visionary. Draw a
Okay.
card.
Okay.
Awkward. Untap the Forest.
Okay.
Play Sentinel.
Okay.
For green, play Sentinel.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
You got some sentinels. Okay. All right, I'm gonna play a monk and a seasoned Hollowblade, and I'll pass to you.
I'll play another Llanowar Visionary.
Okay. You have mana. We get it.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. That's kind of awkward. Right, I have a monk. Then I have the Grandmaster. And yeah, I don't truly care to pacify, so we'll go get another monk. And look at this combo. Discard, get a monk. Discard, get a monk. And yeah, I'll just... Maybe I do want to attack.
And attacking with the Howlblade seems pretty free. because
Yeah, it's
you can
definitely
discard the monk.
free, but if you like go to kill this, then you can actually get a good attack in. I think I'd rather play defense, so I'll pass.
Okay. Six mana. Play
Okay.
Kogla.
Oh god.
Fight Skyclave Apparition.
All
Get a
right.
3/3 illusion.
Sure.
Then I will untap a forest.
Okay.
Make 2 green with Sentinels and that, and play Great Henge.
Oh. This is all fine.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Well, I'm in trouble then.
It would appear so.
All right, that's pacified.
Still got a 3/3 back.
Go.
End step, I'll gain 2 to 19.
Okay.
Still can't attack.
Turns out the Great Henge is pretty good.
That's a cool one. Castle Garmbrig.
Uh-huh.
This will make 6 green, 8 green, 9 green. Play Tarask. I'm at 21.
That is indeed a
Enters
cool
with a
one.
counter on it. I will fight the...
I think it fights when you attack.
Oh, it fights when I attack.
Draw a card, you knew.
You do, yeah. Getting ahead of myself. That was an interesting draw. It has Ward 10, so you're not really killing it.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're right.
Make a green Primal Might with the Tarask on the 3/3 monk. Then I will attack with those 4 creatures at Grandmaster and fight the Hallowblade. So now that's tapped.
Yeah, you win.
Now the Grandmaster's gonna die.
You win. That was cool. But I had another Grandmaster on top. I was going to be completely fine. Yeah, Grandmaster didn't look great when I'm already behind, believe it or not. When I was able to play that aggressive tempo game, it looked awesome. So I'm even wondering if, like, maybe that... I don't know what kind of shell that can truly fit in, but it seemed like a Azorius card to me, right? Like, kind of that blue-white tempo style kind of card. It seems
I
like
kind of want to play it in a lower curved white deck that plays that artifact that you choose a color, and it taps for mana that color and pumps the power of a creature that color.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And you play Monk, and you play Clarion Spirit, and a lot of one drops.
It could have just been in the first deck I played, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you know, like instead of the Wizard class, like that card looked bad. You just play like Grandmaster Flowers, some Monks. The problem is putting that card in your deck is a lot of cards because you have to put it plus, 4 Monks most of the time. So,
but that mono white deck has a lot of bad cards in it, so you can easily cut.
That's true. That was easy. I got to throw those around like nobody's business. But yeah, the elves look sweet.
I mean, when you cast this card, it's gigantic.
Ward 10, just say it has hexproof, okay? I get we've been trying to get away from the keywords of hexproof because nobody likes it, but come on. It costs 9 mana. Give it hexproof. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Okay. Impressive stuff. Any big takeaway from this round?
Unsurprisingly, I think the games where you didn't draw as much removal, right, are the games where I'm able to take it down. It was a key chop down in game 2.
You're very snowbally deck.
Yeah. And if you just let me have multiple threats, then each one of them is just too much for you to overcome.
Yeah.
And so the games where I resolve multiple big threats are just easy games. Yeah, very snowbally.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure, the test for decks like this is always going to come against the heavy removal strategies.
Yeah.
And decks with sweepers and things like that.
Yeah. Shadow's verdict for that
is a problem.
Yeah.
But you do have, between Vivian and Meet at the Tavern, you got some good sources of card advantage. Elder Gargoth 2 against creature decks. So it should be somewhat resilient, but you've got to, really find the right balance between those cheap mana creatures and the big payoffs so that you're able to consistently ramp them out quickly against aggro, but you have enough to big payoffs to fight through the heavier removal decks. So it's a tough balance.
And you got to fight through Stomp as well, too, against a lot of different decks. So that becomes a little tricky. Yeah. But yeah, overall, the synergies were there. It looked sweet.
Cool. I wish there were more good one drops because Jaspera Sentinel did not look good.
Yeah. Jaspera's a little rough.
If you didn't have War Master, they go really well together, but outside of having War Master, you just don't have other creatures that you want to be tapping because all the other creatures are mana creatures.
Yeah.
And so it's more efficient to tap them.
Yeah.
It's nice to have 1 mana creatures.
Yeah, your kingdom for Llanowar Elves, holy.
Yeah. Turn 1 Elves, turn 2 Circle Dreams Druid would just be...
That would be a Ross Merriam deck right there, yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it for our first 2 matches. The marbles are live. Next up, I'm going to be playing a Boros Warrior Equipment deck. Another Brian Gottlieb special here that I'm excited to try out. And you got Dimir Control, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm the Dimir deck. I'm playing the new Dragon Lord Ojutai.
Yeah, Dragon Lord Ojutai. We both kind of built a Dimir deck. We're just like, we're really looking over a Dimir deck. Yours had Ojutai, mine had the blue.
Demilich.
The Demilich. Demilich, and I was like, I don't know which one looks better, but we'll probably be seeing a little Demilich a little later on in the week or next week. But the list looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the dragon looks excellent. Ward 4 while it's untapped is pretty much the same as Hexproof again.
Yep.
Once you untap of it, you can really start running away with the game really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm playing, my sweeper is a little bit more towards Shadow's Verdict because it's a 5-drop. So in case, I don't want to have to name Odd on Extinction Event with its play, but should be a pretty good deck because that effect we've seen be very powerful. Ojutai was a staple.
Yeah, it really was. Hopefully I can overrun him a lot faster until you get that dragon out, then maybe cleave you or something with a good old warrior class here. So
it's a good way to get around Ward.
It really is good. So, all right, everyone, we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with round number 3 here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome to Versus Live. My name is Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
Kind of forgot it there for a second.
Yeah, I was like, that was a little bit out of your flow there. I was like, you all right? You good, dude?
We've got, I think his name is Rob in the booth somewhere.
Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob
I thought you were going to try to make me say all of that, and I was just like, I'm trying to keep track of it in my head.
Oh, God. You got the toughest job here, bud. You got the toughest job here, for sure.
We've been taking it easy on you for a while now.
We have.
Got to get back to the poetry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm waiting for the poetry.
Yeah.
We'll do some poetry verses. I'll do some hip-hop lyrics or something. We'll get you good.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Raul will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and deburns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. Last match of the day here, nearing the end of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms preview season.
It was quick.
Yeah.
It was quick.
Well, when they do 45 of them a year, then there's not as much space for each one.
Exactly, yeah. That's a lot of sets. Got to start preview seasons after every 2 weeks. Yeah. One fortnight, and you got a new preview season starting.
Called the pigeonhole principle.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, there's a Magic Fortnite crossover now?
Yeah, you never know.
There probably will be.
There probably will be. It's in the makings right now.
And I won't understand any of it.
Yeah.
It's like, why is there a purple horse on this card?
Why not?
Okay.
All right, what do you got for us?
Marbles in play. As I said before the break, I'll be playing Dimir Control. The big addition here is Imrith Desert Doom, similar to Dragonlord Ojutai. I'm also playing the new, Cancel Plus variant. They give us one of these like every other set, basically. This one is pretty cool, where it can either be Cancel or it can just be a 3-mana Faithless Looting at end step, which can be really useful in aggressive matchups in particular when you're digging for that sweeper on turn 4.
Yeah.
I can counter your spell on turn 3, but then I'm still behind to everything else you played earlier. Maybe instead I just take the risk.
If you're really behind,
and find it, or I can dig for Imrith if I really need it. So we'll see if this plays out better than the Foretell on Saw It Coming, but definitely wanted to try out the new one. I'm playing one Contact Other Plane. With Imrith, I didn't play as many of the other sources of card advantage in the deck, but instead of Behold the Multiverse, I'm trying this one out. I think it is better than Behold the Multiverse. I'm not sure. Just the potential of what it does.
I'm glad you brought some D20 to the game.
Yeah.
I was still trying to make the 3/2 that attacks and copies something work, and trust me, I will be getting a brew going, but I'm waiting for everything on that one. And then I'll make a bad deck.
Only one copy of Power Word Kill in my removal package.
Okay.
Just so many dragons around with the Izzet deck being very popular that I don't think you can play too many of this, but one is perfectly fine.
Bringing a dragon set and then also a removal that doesn't kill dragon is kind of awkward, but...
Yeah, we got Heartless Act for those.
Yeah, that's true.
Then a couple additions to the mana base. Hall of the Storm Giants, I think, is a great land for decks like this. Also lets you apply pressure, and with this deck, it's kind of easy to get them in range of Hall with Imrith. And I'm playing 2 copies of Treasure Vault just to see how this card plays. I don't think it's going to be as relevant in this matchup, but I think in Counterspell Mirrors, you can easily have a turn where you sack this for... 2-3 treasures and suddenly get a little bit boost of mana and then win a key counter war, especially over an Imrith.
So
I think that's something that could potentially happen. Sort of similar to the way storage lands used to work.
Yeah.
It's obviously not nearly as good as storage lands.
Yeah.
But I think it can do some similar effects.
Or some busted stuff with Gadwick or something,
Yeah. So it's my colorless land of choice. And we'll see if it comes up.
Okay, from me, I'm just playing an aggressively slanted Boros deck here with a little bit of a warrior theme and equipment. So we're trying out fighting class. That's the main thing, is trying to see if a 2-mana tutor for an equipment and then have some bonus abilities is good enough. And we got a bunch of different equipments to try out, as well as one dancing sword as the new one. And then we're playing both the red and white creature lands, and we're going to see how it goes. Another Brian Gottlieb special, so check out his list on classes if you haven't. It was a good read. It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely an interesting cycle of cards.
Yeah, we'll see if they're good. If I would be a betting man, I would say probably not quite good enough to make it in Throne standard. But once Throne goes away, once again, I feel like we need to put a quarter in a jar every time we say that sentence. But then, these cards could really be a big player. So let's just see how they are.
Yeah, no, I think fighter class is interesting because one of the issues that these equipment decks have is just the diminishing returns on equipment, where you don't have enough mana to utilize all of them.
Exactly.
If you draw too many.
Or flood protection. If you flood, you just flood and you die, Yeah.
So being able to reduce the cost of those and move them around more readily, reduce the equip cost at least.
Yeah, and the final chapter
really
on the card is just, half the time I win, which is pretty relevant. So should be interesting here.
I would say winning the game is relevant.
Winning the game does get relevant sometimes. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Coalition Victory is the best card ever printed.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I get to go first here for Zamabos.
That doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't. But you managed to win that last game. All right, that wasn't a winning. You managed to obliterate me. Yeah.
I managed to cast Tarask with a great henge on the battlefield.
And it didn't work out well for me. Who would have guessed?
Okay, my hand sucks.
My hand is kind of bad as well, but I do think I'm going to keep, though, because we're going to get lucky.
Corey got bitten when he didn't keep that one-lander with the mono white deck. Now he's going to keep this one at brick.
Oh, yeah, I can't say no to this. I can't say no.
I had a one-lander, and it was Field of Ruin.
Oh, okay.
27-land deck.
I thought you said your colorless land of choice was the treasure one. You liar.
I also played Field of Ruin.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of lands. There's plenty of room for cool lands.
Okay.
There's a Castle Vantress in here. We got some Field of Ruins, Treasure Vaults, some...
You got the goods, huh?
Yeah, some giant lands, some Temples of Tea.
The Temple of Teas. Yeah.
Okay, this 8-mana card keeps showing up in my opening hands, and it will go to the bottom.
Okay.
One of Ugin.
Boom. Fireblade Charger. Take that.
I think I will. I'll play Temple of Deceit.
Okay.
And I'll leave that on top.
All right. I'd like to draw a magic card. I did indeed draw one. Now I'd like to attack for one.
I'll go to 19.
And play Usher of the Fallen, and I'll pass to you.
I will play an island and pass to you.
Okay. I'll declare attacks.
Yeah.
Attack for 3.
I'll go to 16.
And naturally, I did not draw my land. Now that I kept this close one, I'll make a token. It is a warrior, but we have core warriors. That's kind of the same. Let's go with that, since that's our main theme is the warrior.
Yeah. I'll play a swamp and pass.
Okay. Declare attacks.
Sure.
They're coming in.
I'm at 12.
You go to 12. Temple of Tilt. I'll make another one. Pass to you. Is it extinction event time? You gonna do something over there, bud? If not, you're gonna die.
I am just going to Bloodchief Earth the Usher.
Oh, it's pretty much my Whisper Squad. How dare you?
Pass the turn.
Okay, my hand is absurd. Not really in a good way. So I'm gonna go with a Maul of the Skyclaves.
I will negate that.
Okay. Attack for 3.
I'm at 9.
Pass to you.
I will play Clearwater Pathway and pass.
Okay. I'm going to mix it up this turn and go for Maul of the Skyclaves.
I will counter that.
Okay. 3 coming in.
I'm at 6.
Pass to you.
Well, I guess I've got to Extinction Event now.
Okay.
I'll name even.
Okay. My cores are gone.
Pass the turn.
Okay. All right, let's go for a odd play here and go for Maul of the Skyclaves.
That resolves.
3.
I'm at 3.
Pass.
And I'm dead.
Hooray! Awful creatures, take that.
I had the Extinction Event, and you played 2 1-drops, and I just wanted to tag them, so I didn't kill the Usher, and I probably should have just done that.
I mean, contextually to my hand, of course, but
Yeah,
because I was really relying on Usher there.
Yeah, it was just got punished for taking that line, but that's always what these aggro decks do in control matchups. Is just build Usher for all it's worth.
Yeah.
And you end up applying a decent amount of pressure that way too, so it works out pretty well. And instead, I just sat there with a bunch of counter spells. Man, I drew some of the bad counter spells. When you played the 3rd Maul, I just had Essence Scatter Distinct
yes.
as my 2 cards.
Yeah, I just kept drawing Mauls,
But if I kill the Usher, I just have infinite more time to run through it.
To draw stuff.
I'm not sure how good my draws would have been, but
I was basically a teenager in the 90s. They're really relying on Usher, and his music.
And just got
Rob's just shaking his head. The amount of times I make a bad joke and I look over and Rob's like, versus is, like a 95 to 5% in favor of don't do that, Corey.
There's something just so bad.
Come on.
Look, I respect the effort, but
Yeah.
it's just because I know you could do better, Corey. That's
Thank
all.
you. Well, all right. I got a better Usher joke. Okay, so later this year, I got asked to be an usher at a wedding, right? Okay, so which basically means this friend likes me, but not quite enough to be on the the groomsmen party. So invited me to be an usher. Sure. So of course, naturally, I responded with the video from Usher. That's Usher and Little John, that they just say yeah. And I played the video, and then as they said yeah, that's when my fiance filmed me, and that was me saying yes to being an usher for them. Are you impressed, or just also more just like, what is wrong with
Ross has no idea what that song is, so.
Yeah.
I'm
You know what it honestly?
I'm just numb. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a proper word for it.
You're
That's the best
just
way to
saying
put it.
this, and I just have no reaction. I'm like, yeah, this is very expected.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many similar things that it just doesn't move me anymore.
Yeah, my fiance was also thinking the same thing as we rewound and waited to get it just right on the video. She's like, I have things to do. Can we just go? And I'm like, come on, it's gonna be mildly funny for exactly me, but
And I didn't want to going back to the game. I didn't want to Blood Chief Thirst on my turn 2 because I had kept Negate on top with my Temple.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I have an answer to equipment because they're pretty threatening against control decks. So I didn't want to tap low and let you just resolve an equipment on turn 3, like a Maul or a Dancing Sword or something like that, or resolve the class. And then the next turn, it's like, well, I'm going to Extinction at the following turn. I can still hold up counter spells.
and then you just a house of cards kind of got you there.
I probably should have Blood Chief Thirst on 3.
Yeah.
After you made 1 token, and then I still would have had Negate up and Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah.
Though you were stuck on 2 lands.
I mean, Usher is basically Whisper Squad, and you just let me have it. It's better than Whisper Squad. I feel. Well, it's pretty much the same, but
it's a Whisper Squad that has to attack.
It's a Whisper Squad that never runs out of whispers. Okay, I mean that's big. All right.
Once you get the 4th Whisper Squad, it doesn't matter. The game's over.
You've already won.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How's your round?
I'll keep keep, I guess.
I'll try it as well. It's not very good, but
Play Hall of the Storm Giants.
well, I'll play 10. Pass to you.
I will play Murkwater Pathway. Yeah, that's this one.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I have a 2-mana 2/2 that has a lot of words, but it's just a 2-mana 2/2.
I will Essence Scatter it.
Okay. Pass
It
to you.
probably has too many words.
Yeah, you don't want to read it. You'd be too scared.
That's not good.
Oh, are you going to pass?
I will cling my Essence Scatter. I'll play an island.
God, you're
Pass.
lucky. You're so lucky. All right. I'm going to go with the all-powerful Core
Blade
Blade Master.
What does this card even
Pass
do?
to you. No one knows. That's why it's provocative.
End step all Cycle Shark Typhoon.
Okay. 0 shark. Do. 0 shark.
I will play Temple of Deceit.
Okay.
That's very awkward, but I'll leave it on top.
Good. Okay. Land. What do I want to cast? Suppose this is about the best time to cast this card. I'll go for Nahiri.
Resolves.
Yay!
Just slams into 3 open mana.
I'm not afraid of you.
I guess this is the best time to cast my 4-drop. Into 3 open mana.
You got it.
Is there like a
warrior?
Is there a mirror behind me or something?
No, I don't need to see your hand to be able to read you like a book after this many years.
Just been texting Corey your hand every turn.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been trying to get you to read books for years, Corey.
Wow, harsh but true. I'm just wondering what I want to do here. The problem about resolving a 4-mana Planeswalker that's also just really bad is none of the abilities are great here. So
You either get to make a creature or try to dig for an equipment.
Have you thought about playing good cards,
warrior
Corey?
or equipment.
Ooh, you can get a warrior.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna do a little collected company action.
You get 6 cards, yeah.
Warrior or equipment, right?
Yep.
Okay, I almost bricked. I didn't even know that was humanly possible. I don't even know if I'm supposed to review. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Anytime
And
there's a
then
condition,
random.
you got to review.
Yeah. All right, and then I'll attack.
I will take 2.
Okay, pass to you.
18. And step all Soul Shatter. Get that Nahiri out of here.
Okay. Exile, right?
Sacrifice.
Okay. It's gone.
Okay. Then I'll play Temple of Deceit.
Okay.
I'll bottom that.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Let's go with a Maul of the Skyclaves.
Resolves.
I'll attack.
I'm going to cycle a Shark Typhoon for 1
Okay.
and jump block.
Okay. Then what do I want to do? Pay no mind to the card I'm looking at, okay? Okay. That might not be bad. One thing I don't want to really do here is play my Season Hollowblade. It's not what I'm all about right now. So instead, Gonna play this, and I'm gonna play the flip side of Helvar. Just play a sword. Pass to you. Swords, swords, swords.
I think you mean S words.
We can't say that on this show. We're a child. We're a PG-13 show.
Okay. So it's going to give +2/+0 vigilance. When an equipped creature dies, you return it to its owner's hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
It'd only be 10 damage next turn to you. To your face.
I'm at 18, so that's okay. And I haven't found any removal, which is also a tilt. So I will play Clearwater Pathway and Amarith.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Oops. One tap. Ward a bunch, right?
Ward 4.
Okay.
If you have land, you can play a 2-mana spell and kill it.
Yeah, that's great.
Untapped land.
Okay. I will go with Resplendent Marshal. I'll exile this. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control other than this that share a type.
And they're both warriors. Okay.
Everything's warriors in this deck. And then I'll equip here and I'll attack for 12.
Okay, I'll go to 6.
All right, pass to you.
And then you just play a Snarl.
Yeah. Tapped Snarl. All right, yep. You connect, you do some damage. Yep, pretty sweet. Not the best shell for actually having that few of cards, but honestly, blue doesn't really cooperate with that line of text anyways. Would you like to attack?
Scry 1.
Okay.
Put that on the bottom.
Okay.
And the Shadow's Verdict I've been trying to set up the entire game.
That's pretty well set up. I've been verdicted.
Now the issue is, if I attack with Imarith, I am dead to an untapped land.
Yep.
You have 2 cards in hand, one of which I know is Seasoned Hallowblade.
Yep.
And the other I don't know. None of your creature lands or your snarls are going to enter on tap, so those don't really count. And my hand is bad. So if I just pass and you will just play Seasoned Hallowblade, like equipped with Maul, I just don't know what I'm doing. So I think I've just got to go for it.
Like it.
Attack you for 5.
15.
I will draw this card, and you can go.
I didn't get there. But I'm still pretty happy to attack. Get a 1/1, swinging
Put me
in.
to 2.
Yeah, put you to 2. And then we'll play our good friend Usher, and I'll pass to you.
And I drew Field of Ruin, which is kind of neat here.
Kind of gross.
But I cannot attack, so I will pass.
Okay.
So did I actually just make a core warrior? Makes a goblin.
A red goblin, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to drop that.
Yeah, we don't have goblins. Yeah, it's a 1/1 though. But yeah, it does not get pumped. Six. Four, 5. Okay. Oh, this is kind of awkward.
Is it though?
Yeah.
But really, is it?
Does that thing fly? That hall?
No, it's just a 7/7 with
a giant-
ward 3.
Okay. Huh. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I want to try to put some pressure on and still be able to play a threat, but I don't know if it's truly possible. Okay. Let's go for... an equip here.
I will Heartless Act Usher in response.
That was Heartless. Okay. Now let's go with Seasoned Hollowblade.
I will counter that.
Okay, let's go with Seasoned Hollowblade. Pass to you.
That's pretty good. On your end step,
Yeah,
I
get rid of
will
this.
feel the creature land.
Okay. All right, you did a lot of things. I didn't like it.
8 mana right now.
So you could attack for 12 next turn if you wanted. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Death would probably follow you very quickly, but
I'd probably get that card out of your hand, though.
you probably would. A nice block and
Yeah.
discard. It's a good one, though. I kind of want to hang on to it.
But I'm going to see some cards here.
All right.
Let's untap. Draw.
Even if you have a land, you just get to draw 2 if you connect, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool. If you have like land removal, you get to draw 3 cards. Ancestral Recall Dragon. That's disgusting.
Oh. I did draw a removal spell.
Okay.
So I think what I've got to do is... yeah, I think I've got to Blood Chief Thirst the Core Warrior.
It's a goblin, thank
The
you.
Goblin, yeah. Attack with Imrith.
Okay.
Brings you to 10.
10.
We'll draw 1. Then,
Okay.
ooh, I have less than 3.
Oh.
Oh, I hit... This is 5 I need.
5 cards, yep. I was hoping you weren't going to see that.
Oh, I knew about it, but I'm short of being able to cast it twice. Which is putting me in a tough spot. Because my draws were not good.
That's good.
So,
Yeah, on surface value, I can just turn this into a 7-power creature.
yeah. So if I had enough cards in graveyard to cling twice, I could hit 2 creatures out of yours and go to 8.
Yeah.
And that would be great. Because you'd have to... I guess it would still be a flying vigilance first strike creature, so you'd prevent the block of the attack on the backside.
Yeah.
So I can either just draw a card with Cling to Dust and hope it's good.
No, extinction event 1 time, please.
Yeah, Extinction Event would be great. Even like a Heartless Act where you just
Yeah.
move the things over and I tap
yeah,
it.
then you just kill me.
Yeah. Or I can play another Imrith from my hand and chump block for a turn.
Yes. That'd be guaranteeing keeping you alive at least. But
Yeah, I think Corey's play. If I play an Imrith, I think you just go equip attack, and I have to block and then get it back and cast it, and then you have 2 more mana to play with.
I didn't see that line, but that would be good. Yeah.
Which is not great for me. I really needed to find something good in those 2 cards, and I did not.
Good.
Good.
What's your decision there, Mr. Merriam? Choose your fate.
I'm gonna Imrith
Okay.
because I get to cling next turn too. Pass the turn.
I like that. All right. I have a choice. And it's very punishing if
I guess you can also equip the Maul and attack and force a chump and still leave Hallow Blade. Commits 4 mana, but it leaves the Hallow Blade equipped
yeah.
for next turn. That would probably be even better.
Ugh. So what is that card?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. All right. I suppose I will attack.
Just for 3?
Yep.
Block.
Ember Cleave for the win.
A third Emerald.
Oh, okay, I was like, oh, just not negate or something stupid, you know? Yeah, the one of Evercleave I can discard as well
Yes,
to
against the
save
removal
it.
spell.
And then, yeah, it deals a total of 8, so it hits you to -1. But yeah, it was risky if you had negate or something, then all of a sudden I'm dead. I am dead. Just dead. Yep, because you hit me with it, so it's a risk. But I figure if I give you another turn, could be a lot of trouble as well. So
It does not look like I was drawing particularly well.
yeah,
I was drawing a land off the top, and then I would have clung into a contact. So
Yeah.
this would have been 1, 4, 8. I would have had 2 mana left after casting this.
yeah.
Let's see what would have happened. We'll roll a d20.
What?
1 through 9 is the same, so just draw 2.
Okay. Classic.
Into 2 more lands.
All right, well, enough of your gold fishing over there. We got time to head to the sideboard. The marbles will be mine, though. The marbles will be mine. I'm controlling this dungeon here that we call the Versus Live Studio, but we'll see if Ross has some good sideboard cards to deal with this hyper-aggressive Boros deck. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with sideboarding. See you soon.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Dimir Control and Boros Equipment Aggro. On my side, bringing in a pile of removal spells and boarding out our weak counter spells. The Cling to Dust are never good against aggro, even though they can gain life. It's just not worth it.
Yep.
Shark Typhoon too slow. And I'm going to board out 1 Imrith. I just got flooded on them in that last game.
Yeah.
And you just don't have very much removal in your deck. So the first one is very unlikely to die.
Yeah.
So you just really don't want to draw the second copy. So I'm going down to 3 copies of Imrith. Hopefully I don't have too little card advantage. But with this much removal, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I can't really kill that card ever. I could bring in some Crowan Wars to deal with it, which is kind of sweet, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm just taking out some of these corner case equipment that I don't really want. Helvar also not very good card. And just bringing in some escape cards to just have some longevity against all of your removal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with all of your equipment and your creature lands, you do have a pretty good amount of longevity.
That's true. That's true. But now I have more. And I don't have that many creature lands, to be fair, but yeah.
You just keep drawing them.
I just keep drawing them, yeah. Right when I need them. The den looks sweet there, though. Like, in this kind of matchups, this is what I want it for. Those turns when I don't want to overextend, and I'm just like, all right, beat the den. And then when you finally beat it, then sure, I'll extend more to the battlefield, but...
And then just getting the 1 token from it.
Yeah.
When you have so many equipment, that 1 token is a big threat.
It really is. All right, all right.
I will keep my hand.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Lead on a Temple of Deceit.
Okay.
I will put that on the bottom.
All right. Usher's back. Did he ever leave, though, really?
I think he did. All of the Storm Giants, Heartless Act the Usher.
Hey.
Pass the turn.
Usher always comes back. Pass to you.
Field of Ruin, Heartless Act the Usher.
Rude.
Pass the turn.
All right. I will play a land. Then let's go with a war leader. Pass to you. Warriors, warriors, warriors.
Play a Murkwater Pathway,
Okay.
and pass to you.
All right. I would like to declare attacks for 3.
17.
All right. I'll play Cole.
Sure.
I'll pass to you.
I'll play Temple of Deceit.
Okay.
Push that one to the bottom
Okay.
and pass the turn.
Untap. A draw. Whoosh. Okay. Now I kind of have enough creatures on the battlefield. Now it seems like I kind of don't want to overextend anymore if possible. Maybe not. All right, I'm going to go for a Maul of the Skyclave.
I will negate that.
How dare you? All right, attack for 6.
I'll go to 11.
Pass to you. How dare you?
I'll play Imrith.
Okay,
Pass the turn.
that's pretty large.
It's going to contain one of the creatures. I imagine one of them is getting equipped.
You'd imagine wrong. Yeah, I guess I should have saved my Maul for this turn.
I was pretty happy to be able to counter an equipment there.
Yeah, I'll just play another War Leader and a Den, and I'll pass to you. That's not great. I'm very susceptible to Shadow's Verdict now.
Jesus. You have 3 cards in hand.
3 cards.
I will attack for 5.
Okay, 15.
15, I'll draw a card.
Okay. Like to put this Maul back into my hand if you don't mind.
I'm going to Extinction Event on Odd.
Ooh. Yeah, those warriors are big.
Yeah, just too threatening. Drew the wrong sweeper.
Okay, I will attack.
I'll go to 9.
Yep. Nahiri.
Resolve.
Hooray. All right, we'll do the warrior equipment check. Okay. All right, let's get Seasoned Hollowblade. I got a Den, and I'll pass to you. You got Field of Ruin to keep my dens in check. My den and cave, I should say.
You have a Hollowblade I know about?
Yep.
I'm going to Blood Chief's Thirst this thing and play another Imrith.
No.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
Imrith will pressure the Nahiri. So you always want to make sure the turn you tap out for the dragon, you're not like vulnerable to a huge hit. That's what happened in game 2.
Yep.
Corey was able to get me in for 12. So he's got to spend this turn just playing some creatures.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Is this anything? Damage to player. Okay, that does give me some incentive to just make a 1/1. 9, huh? Could just go ham to the battlefield. Hope that that's good enough. Yeah, YOLO. I'll make another creature, and I'll pass to you. Oh, wait, I'm going to hold on to this land for Seasoned Hollowblade. I got creatures. They're all really bad creatures, but they're creatures. Once again, Shadow's Verdict is sending me into the Shadow Realm, but...
Well, I don't have that.
Okay, that's good. That's a good step one.
But this is just 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yep, 7. Land makes it 11 if you do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I've got Field of Ruin.
You got stuff. Yeah, your Field of Ruins have been pretty good against me.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to attack you.
Okay, 10.
You go to 10, draw a card,
Okay.
play another Field of Ruin,
Rude.
and pass the turn.
Okay. Okay, I will draw.
Yep.
It's an interesting one. -2.
Yep.
Wow. Wow, that was not good. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to cast an Ox.
Four cards in your graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I have found the villain's lair.
Okay. Countering it, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. For sure gonna attack with these two. So you have to have a removal at end step and then activate to be able to kill me. So leaving 2 back feels pretty safe, and they don't do much in combat. So yeah, I'll attack with these two.
That's 5.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go to 4.
Pass to you.
On your end step, I'm going to Field of Ruin the red land. That's the scarier one.
I'll get a red land.
And I will untap and end this game.
What?
Not literally, but effectively.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're going to have any outs.
You found your Shadow's Verdict?
No.
Well, what the heck do you have?
I've been setting up this Ugin the entire game.
Oh, no!
I took the risk last turn of attacking because I really needed to... I had land 7 that turn, the Field of Ruin, and I found it off this first draw. But I'm not even going to attack with the Imrith this turn because of the...
the land?
Although I guess the land, it costs 5 to activate and only attacks for 3, right?
Yeah, no, it's a 4/3.
No,
Yeah. It's a 4/3. You don't,
Yeah.
Just trust me on it. It's a 4/3. You're at 4, so...
So I'm going to Ugin -4.
Okay.
And that means the Charger doesn't even trigger, and the Imrith stays around. That thing's a 3/4.
God dang, 8 drops.
And... I mean...
There's got to be something in my deck that kills you. I'm not telling you, but... I have 1 draw if you attack.
You can go.
Haha.
I'm sure you don't, but I literally don't think I can lose if I pass it like this.
Your turn.
Yeah, and now I just get to Field of Ruin your land.
Oh.
Field of Ruin the cave.
Okay.
Get another basic.
Okay.
Activate Hall.
Okay.
Attack you for 12.
All right, you win. You win. All right, GG. Yeah, not much I could have done. It was the maul that was the big one. If I played something else that turn, just in hindsight how the game worked out, I would have loved to have that in play. I just never had enough to go over the top. But yeah, it turns out Ugin, still a card. Still a card. What messes up a hyper-aggressive deck. But yeah, this was a close show. Only won by 1 game, really.
Yeah, I went 3-2 in match 2. You went 2-1 in the other 2 matches, so that's a 6-5 overall.
Yeah.
Pretty
close
every
stuff.
match close. So
Yeah. This deck, equipment has always been a pretty bad style for a constructed deck because they're so easy to get 2-for-1. But the equipment synergies were pretty powerful. I mean, and I never drew fighting class at all, so we never got to try that. But
you're never getting 2-for-1 with the equipment. The problem is they're just never mana efficient enough for you to play them, and they have high diminishing returns because of that mana inefficiency.
Yeah, I guess 2-for-1ing is not the right term, but it is just me getting hugely tempoed out. And a hyper-aggressive deck sometimes, if it's fast enough, can get tempoed out and still be a powerful deck. And is this deck there? Maybe, maybe not. But it was for sure sweet.
I would have liked to have seen fighter class, but this is also a matchup where I'm not sure, like, you moving around a bunch of equipment all the time is good in combat-centric matchups.
Yeah. I really don't think fighting class would have been good in this matchup at all anyways, but I still wanted to try it. Yeah.
It was mainly it was sort of the creature lands were very good, but that's to be expected.
The den was awesome. I wish they were all dens, though. Yeah. First of all, I think the white land is just bad, and
I think it's worse than the red. I think the red one is the best one.
I think the red one's the best one, and the white one, if you're going to be like a base mono white deck, so that's your only option, Faithless Haven. That's a better option. Just be a snow deck. So I just don't think that one's good enough. But the den one looks sweet. It works decent with Embercleave. I only have the one to find fighting class, but it just creates that, extra token, which is valuable in this style of deck. So
yeah. And, Imarith, certainly a downgrade from Ojutai.
Yeah.
Just drawing a card as opposed to looking at the top three.
Yeah, you just anticipated, right?
With Dragonlord Ojutai. And it definitely got me into some rough spots. Even the turn where I got to draw 2 cards off of it towards the end of game 2, I just, hit 2 bricks and lost. I would have liked to have seen the third card. I like the synergy with Shadow's Verdict where, you cast Imarith on turn 5 and then untap a Verdict them and get to attack, or
that's just Shadow's Verdict being a good card,
But usually you haven't seen Shadow's Verdict in. I guess you see it with Gargaroth, so it's similar to that, right? Like games where you went Gargaroth, untap, cast.
And I want to do that with Demilich too. I want to try a Dimir deck. We'll see because we're doing the viewer submitted show for Thursday, but later next week or something, or maybe somebody submits a nice Demilich deck. Maybe I'll submit on my own thing and be like, wow, this deck by Corey Ballmeister, it was really sweet. I might try this.
Corey just turns into Kevin Durant and has like a million burners and.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what I want to do with this card though is lower the curve even more, like more Bloodchief Thirst in the main.
Yeah,
get as many of the cheap spells as you possibly can. Maybe a couple fewer counter spells. So you're more of an anti-aggro deck in game 1.
Yeah.
And then board the counter spells in for games 2 and 3.
Or
just
even Izzet. Maybe it's just supposed to be an Izzet card. Who knows?
I wonder if you could even like main deck Duress. And go there because you're able to take the edict effect of the sweeper in their hand that actually answers it. Knowing the coast is clear, and then it's a cheap spell, and you keep reloading your hand a lot more with it. So I don't think this is just a typical Dimir control deck, but I replaced the cancel effect with a different cancel effect and shuffled around some of the card advantage to fit in dragons.
Yeah.
I think if you built the deck more to take advantage of Imarith, it would get a lot better.
Yeah, AK, don't have the word control in your deck name. Honestly, that is the way to make that better. A control deck, you're always going to have a lot of cards. So it's never going to be maxing out on that value. I don't know the best way to do so, but, there's probably a shell out there. But that's another card that's working against itself quite a lot, A blue card that's a big dragon that's supposed to be a finisher. You don't want to be playing a bunch of little blue creatures. Like, I don't know. I don't know the shell for that card. It's not blatantly obvious to me,
Yeah, neither is it to me. But it seemed like, I don't think you need to go that hard to make sure you're always drawing multiple cards off of it.
Yeah.
I think you just want to be doing that more often in the context of what the deck is already trying to do.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of Duress because Duress is pretty good even in the aggro matchups. You get to take Showdown against Naya. You get to take a decent number of cards against Red, Embercleave, and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess like Frostbite isn't that big of a deal. They usually have some things in the sideboard.
You know what I kind of want to pair it with, and bear with me here, Yorion. Untap it after you attack. Let's go.
I remember in what format were they playing? Was this in Pioneer where people were playing? No, they can't play. I guess they were doing it in Modern. because they were playing Dragonlord Ojutai with Minamo.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember what deck people were. I think maybe they just put like a Minamo and like a Jeskai control deck or whatever.
Yeah.
When Ojutai was like going all throughout, it was dominating standard. And then they have the one Minamo, like, blue tap, untap a legendary creature, so you get to attack with it. You could untap it in response to removal. It was really cool.
No, that is pretty sweet. And honestly, I haven't really played a Yorion deck yet. Maybe that could be in a blue-white shell. Maybe even Thassid Deep Dwelling. You go Thassid Deep Dwelling into that card. Like, it's not an immediate combo. I guess you'd go Ojutai into next turn Thassid Deep Dwelling attack, untap it. But, there's still plenty of ways to just destroy it in combat. Like Giant Killer, once you attack, is kind of awkward and stuff. So maybe that wouldn't be good. But
that's why you do want some counter spells.
Yeah,
it's really nice to set that up. But I think there's some work to be done to maximize this relative to Ojutai because it's not as straightforwardly powerful.
Yep. Nope. Totally agree. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the end of the show here. Marbles are going to stay on my side narrowly. Rob, we're going to thank some subs. We're going to thank some sponsors, and we're going to head out.
All right, got one sub today. Swanson's 0 subscribed with prompts. Thank you to them and all of our other subs.
Nice. Thank you for that support. And if you'd like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our wonderful staff of content creators, as well as some other perks, which are 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
Absolutely. And it is preview season here for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So if you want to pick up some of these cards we've been playing with, as well as just some sealed product, it's already going to be sent out next week. The set just gets released next week already. It is crazy how fast they're doing this. So if you want to order any individual cards or the sealed product, to go to starcitygames.com/previews to get some more information.
And next order of business is to remind you that Star City Games is always buying cards, and the process has never been easier because there are so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG and let them do the work for you. You can make an appointment and come into the store to do your business in person. And if your collection is big enough, you can make that appointment to have SCG come to you instead. So choose whichever works best for you, and do always keep in mind that if you trade your cards in for store credit, you will get a 30% bonus on that trade-in.
And this week's sale is probably me and Ross's close to one of our favorite sales. It's a sale on heavily played and played cards. Give me those beat-up cards.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
I already beat them up myself, so.
Exactly. I don't care if my cards look pretty, if I get to save some money doing it, why not? So it is 15% off heavily played.
They do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what this does? This is a Pokemon card.
Yeah, that's a Pokemon card. So it's 15% off all heavily played and played foils here. So I know you're not the biggest foil fan, so maybe it's not our perfect sale, but it's pretty close.
We're halfway there.
We're halfway there. So anybody who likes these foil cards that just wants to trick out their deck, check out this sale. This sale does end Monday at 10:59 a.m. So if you want to get your 15% off heavily played and played foiled, do so as soon as possible. And you can find more information on that by going to starcitygames.com/sale.
And last but not least, we would like to thank our sponsor, Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection of shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching our choices here for the new D&D set preview season. Now it's going to be up to you. So Thursday is a show where we're just going to be picking deck lists from all of y'all. So if you've been looking around and you're like, wow, I don't think they've played this card, I don't think they've done this deck, here's your chance to do so.
Or if you've got a better way to play this dragon or play any of the cards that we've already featured.
Or give us some Demolich decks. That's what I want. Give me some Demolich decks. I'm really interested in that card. It's just really hard to build, and my brain has not fathomed a perfect deck yet. So
the tweets are already sent out. You can find it on either our timelines. Respond to that with a text-based list. Add the hashtag either Team Corey or Team Ross, depending upon who you want to see play it. And we're going to pick our favorites tomorrow. So you got to get it in by tomorrow morning, tomorrow noonish. We'll say when we're playing on the show.
Preferably tonight if you really want to have the best chance, because we get to see those for sure.
So please let us see your sweet brews, and we will get them featured on tomorrow or on Thursday's show.
Absolutely, and it's at Ross Hundreds and at Corey Ballmeister if you don't know where to find us at. We're just trying to get more followers, really.
Yeah,
it's just an elaborate scheme stream to just get a little bit
how many
more
are you on
clout.
right now?
I'm almost to 10,000. I know
Almost
you're
to 10.
destroying me. Yeah.
Not by mom at 12.5.
Okay, so everybody go to his page, unfollow, and then go to mine and follow. We need to even this out a little bit here, okay? Otherwise, it's just not fair. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We will be back Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time with that very special hashtag Team Corey, hashtag Team Ross show, which we have a blast doing. I must say, always great. So that's gonna do it for Ross Merriam. My name is Corey Baumeister. We'll see you Thursday.